audio bar that
that's now moving.
fluctuates
That's now
just
moving.
for you, so we're probably fine then.
Yep. All right. Thank you for that clarification. We are now back with indeed volume from the GM, and I will go over my spiel one more time. Thank you everybody for watching and coming. Syrinscape and every other program which we are using. We are not going to force player introductions again, but I will do a quick brief run through. This is the Suncrest Chronicles, the first campaign of this channel, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube, and hopefully of many. We have Poppy, our rebellious bard, played by Kendra. We have Joel, our Stoneborne traveler. We have David playing our lovely Bugbear rogue with a dark, haunted past. And Il, he is playing a paladin with a crew. And maybe stacked on top of each other, they might be as tall as our Bugbear.
Maybe.
But in the previous session, plans got sidetracked. Instead of going to search ruins for hopefully something, they were privy to some sort of weather phenomena that caused a teleportation to never even occur, and the escapee of a dangerous criminal. And they are currently on track to go to Oaken Arch to speak with a seer, to see what might come from both a dagger in the possession of Poppy and what else can be found. They are currently sailing onto a ship in order to get there. However, I'm going to do a brief little cutback. None of the players are involved, but there was a delivery to the ship just before it left dock. And it was for one Poppy. Now, I'm going to say you guys could have been as a group together when this was received, other than, of course, our sleeping Bugbear. And it's small, probably about the size of a fist. Bag that would be used to hold, like, coin or something of a similar size, but it's much lighter. And there is a note on it that says it is from a gentleman named Menethine.
Oh, is it being given to me?
It's being given to the group.
Oh, okay. I'm so nervous already.
How do they announce that if they're giving it to the group?
So
what does that look like?
What it is, you guys are checking your rooms out, right? And we're just conveniently getting a time where you guys are all in a similar area. There's a knock on Poppy's door, and then it will be handed to her.
Okay, so it's being given to Poppy.
Okay, so it is Poppy's.
Yeah, it's for Poppy.
So I will receive the package. Is the name written on top of the package?
No. So it's a bag holding something. You can't tell what it is. It doesn't make sound.
Okay.
And there is a note attached in very delicate handwriting, and it says Menethine.
I assume I'm probably with Viettervesk, my Stoneborne bodyguard at this point. And so I would turn to him and be like, he did care about me, see? And then I will open the letter and read it.
Okay. The letter says as follows. To Poppy, I am sorry that I am not your father, but this may assist you in the process of learning of your parentage. Instructions on the bottom of how to administer. If you read the instructions, it is a very specific brewing of tea.
I'm gonna show this to Viettervesk and be like, do you know of this?
You can make a history check or a nature check if you want.
Okay.
Poppy, you have no idea.
Did that roll?
If it did, it has not come through yet.
Okay. Let me go ahead and try again then.
And if anyone else is near us, that's part of them as well.
Yep, they would be as well. They easily could be.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's up to Thoggir if they're still sleeping or not.
Okay, it came through that time.
Yeah, it did. 10.
What was the roll? I'm sorry.
Either history, history or nature.
History.
Medicine would not apply for this. Okay.
Oh, check you out.
Viettervesk, you get a couple, like, you've heard of things like this, but nothing specific comes to mind. However, Alonzo, you've been around the elite in, like, the fact that they love horoscopes and tarot and all that stuff. One of the crazes that is always around, but most people don't indulge in it because it's quite expensive, is it's very much akin to vision quests, but it's spells that would normally affect others, if administered through tea, can be cast on yourself. So you're looking at this, and you are guessing that this is a tea that effectively casts Detect Thought on yourself.
Okay.
However, it brings you into your head.
Okay. All right. I'm going to convey that to Poppy. Well, this is special. I've heard about teas like this. This is a special kind of tea. It will, when you drink it, it will bring yourself into your inner self, and you could examine yourself from within.
With a natural 20, you would also know. It's not usually safe to have other people in the room when you do it, because you never know what's said out loud and what's in your head. You're kind of stuck mildly convulsing while it's happening, and it usually takes a couple days.
I tell her, if you decide to take this, you should do it privately, because you might say something out loud that you may not wish for others to know.
And you wouldn't even know it if you did either.
But if it is dangerous, then perhaps doing it alone is not the right choice.
Do I know if it's safe or?
It's completely safe. The only thing is, if someone were to try to kill you while you were doing it, you really couldn't fight back. But that's it.
I tell Viettervesk, no, it's perfectly safe. The only thing is, when you're on it, you'd be pretty much incapacitated, so you'd be defenseless. So as long as we guard her while she does it, I think that it would be fine if she decides to take it.
I mean, I know what goes on in my mind, and I would prefer if other people do not know what goes on in my mind. So,
I have some questions whether you truly understand what happens in mind as well, but okay.
Well, I don't know what Minifine means for me to find trapped in my mind.
Hell yeah, Thoggir.
We must remember,
Poppy, make an insight check.
Okay.
whether this person is considered friend or not, he is, as you know now, an extremely dangerous individual.
Well, okay, let's look at it. Sorry, insight check. Ooh, there you go. He's not my father, so he has no ties to me, correct? I've accepted this as, to be true. So, he was still kind to me. He didn't kill me or assassinate me like he did all those years ago, so he can't be that bad.
You also know that, like, whenever people loitered in that area, after, 5 minutes, he'd usually get out of here. Like, this is a place of business. And with you, he never did. So that might be some sort of indication. Like, it's also rare for him to let a kid into the arena for free. So, take that as you will.
I mean, I trust him. He had no reason to be kind to me, and, being an orphan, it's not easy, and a lot of people weren't kind to me, but he was always, like a father. to me, a friend. I don't know really what our relationship is, but I trust him.
All right. Well, if it is what you
Viettervesk,
choose
if you
to
want
do, I
to inspect
certainly-
it to see if it's poisoned, you could.
Of course, I will inspect if Poppy will allow me to see it.
Investigation, nature, or medicine.
Please.
There's a wide variety of options for this.
It is not my decision to make. It's not mine to look at unless it is given to me.
I will give it to you. We have friendship rings. I trust you.
And I will investigate. I will investigate thoroughly. If I can tab back to that part of the screen. Okay, here we go.
I'll say this is done with advantage because there's easily enough people there to help.
If I can convince the DM, I think that this kind of a check is more along the lines of perhaps survival.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Sur-
And of
Finding
course,
poison
I will.
falls under survival.
Viettervesk will pray for Stonefather's blessing as well. Stacking deck as much as possible.
Ooh. Oh, let's see.
That is
Let's see if you get above a certain point.
18, and Stonefather will give me additional 2.
All right. So in that case, you did hit the mark. To find out one additional detail as well. Not poisoned at all.
Is not poison.
In fact, this is
Okay.
actually quite high end. You're guessing the cost for a dosage of this size, which it's the equivalent of 2 uses, by the way.
Okay, understood.
Is probably about 500 gold.
Oh my.
Well-
Viettervesk will not mention the value to Poppy.
Yeah, like the because like the idea is this is the equivalent of like you're digging deep into your head while you're safe in there and protected as much as you can be from other planes that would interfere in sort of that action. It's very much a modified detect thoughts.
It seems safe enough. I cannot tell you how comfortable it may be to use. Looks as though perhaps there is enough here for 2 doses. I am okay with this. I think it is okay.
Okay, let's see what's truly going on up in here, right?
How long is this voyage on boat?
It should be about 2.5 days.
So just exactly the right amount of time.
Conveniently.
Conveniently. Would you like to do this now?
Yes, because I would like to know more about my past and who I am before I learn if my soul is actually tied to Demon Lord. So
I think it is very important to know where you came from, and I support that, but be prepared to learn things about yourself and your past that are not pleasant.
can't get any worse, can it?
Of course not.
All right. Well, if Poppy is going to brew this and go into that state, what we'll do is we'll cover the first day for the rest of the group.
Yep.
The first day, nothing of real note occurs. You are sailing on the open water. I will need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. Poppy, you do not need to make one. To see how they handle the water.
Viettervesk spends the majority of time at the edge of boat, not doing well and not even going to roll.
Okay, yeah, I
Viettervesk
totally
does
accept
not like boat.
that. Same with Thoggir. Alonzo. Alonzo, this is great.
I'm having the time of my life. This is like a cruise.
It is, and like you're not used to being around. Well, this is more phrased in the way that you'd be used to it. You're not used to being around poor people. So
Right.
you're seeing the way that like they work and the way that they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Because these are sailors.
Mhm.
It's as simple as that.
I make mental note of like their mannerisms.
How painfully pedestrian they are.
Okay. Come
The
on.
sort of coarse language of the common folk.
Exactly. Oh yeah. At first you're slightly shocked, like the amount that these guys swear and use swear words as like nouns
Right.
is impressive. We're gonna see how your group is doing as well. Ooh.
Okay.
So
It's a
far,
group effort.
they're not digging boats. Like they're over
Yeah.
the side. Like at one point, Penny tries to take a nap, and it doesn't work out.
Gee, Hurl like.
Hieronymus loves it though. Hieronymus is playing games, running, trying to shift
That's
to,
my boy.
to the ocean.
Hieronymus.
Are there any conversations or anything that you would like to learn or check about in that first day?
How much longer?
No matter what, it is going to be too long.
I think for the first day, Alonzo will just walk around the boat and just observe the common folk.
Roll me perception.
Perception. Not great at that, but 15.
15, all right. You're looking around. They're jovial. Like, this seems like it would be a very rough life, especially if you had to do this all the time. But they're enjoying it. They're ribbing each other. Like, it seems like it's a very good living for them. There's a sense of pride connected to it in the way that you would have pride after a victory or like achieving a task that you were looking for. It's not to that scale, but no, they're liking it. And
There's something familiar about it.
yeah, and like they're noticing that you're just observing, and they leave you be, like they let you do your thing. One more thing before we jump in, I would like Thoggir, make me a charisma saving throw.
I have that.
Okay. With
For
that
0,
10,
I'm okay with that.
with that 10, that first night when you're sleeping, you have horrible dreams. No voices in them, nothing, but not like what you're used to.
Oh, special ones.
You're being chased by dogs. And when you look back to see how far ahead, or you're trying to take a different path, I want you to roll me perception. Okay. The longer you look at them, the more their faces look less like dog faces.
What do they look like?
How long would you look at them to see what stage they get to?
I'd probably do more of the like gorilla run, grabbing the ground with my hands and pulling myself forward as I'm running, and less looking behind.
Okay. Even with a 16, the faces start to turn humanoid. And they scream at you in a horrible screech as you wake up in the middle of the night. Takes you some time to fall back asleep. And you get the exact same thing the second time around, but you will get a long rest.
So during the course of the night, I wake up screaming in Infernal?
100%.
Okay. I cannot replicate Inferno, since every time I've thought of how it would sound, it's more like,
It'd probably break your tongue.
right, like, you... I feel like it would be like white noise and static, or what 56K modem sounded like that.
Yeah, like... I don't
No,
know.
it is like Klingon, but backmasked.
Right.
Oh.
Some way that just like is offensive to the ears.
Right, exactly.
100%. But now we go to our lovely bard, Poppy. You brew this tea. You drink it, and at first you think it's not working. But then, all of a sudden, the cabin around you melts. Now, in Poppy's life, what is her safe space? Like, where does she feel most comforted?
Probably the stadium.
In that case, building up around you, you see the Balanced Titan with its white, stark white, and beautiful gleaming black marble. And around you is the stadium. And you see countless doors to go into the different spaces. Now, what do you want to look into at first? With Detect Thoughts, you can easily enter surface thoughts. That doesn't require any digging. That is just, you can investigate any surface thoughts that you're having to see what it might mean on the surface.
Why? Probably like her first thought of even why she's doing this is like, why do I care who my parents are? Like, why is this so important?
That's a very interesting one. So, you start to just drift. You're not even walking, you're just floating down a hallway, and you come to the arena again. However, at this time when you come in, there's shields everywhere. Make me an insight check. You have advantage. Protection. But even at this surface level, it's not your protection. You know there's something deeper, and it's not about yourself. Now, do you want to dig deeper?
Yes.
Make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a medicine check.
Oops, sorry, there you go.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. You push through. You think real hard, and the shields start to lift up, and they're starting to get splattered with blood. But none of the blood touches you. In fact, it repels off of you. The initial information that you get is you are searching because you feel a need to protect them. You don't know from what, you don't know why. Now, I will let you know at this time, you can always go back from a path you have started on. No pathway is locked off, unless I tell you it is. This one is not. You can
So
still push deeper.
I'm gonna push.
Another charisma save. DC on that last one was 5. The DC is now slightly increased.
Okay.
That is going to allow you to follow this as deep as you want.
Okay.
You are pushing, and you see now blood is coming from specific spots in the shield, and your knife is in your hand, and the tip is bloody. If you'd like to read more into it, you can roll an insight check.
I'm gonna keep going.
Roll insight. Okay. You are going to take 2 points of psychic damage. However, This weapon feels... Wrong isn't the right word for it. This weapon feels used. Like, important. There's something about this that is a connection to why you are looking into the bleeding. And memories come back of violence. You're looking around and you're not seeing your usual line of sight. Normally you can look out windows, but you can look at the top of a window sill and you see sand blasting past a window and you hear panicking. And then all of a sudden, darkness. You can see this part of the memory, but you cannot see past it.
So I reached the end.
Roll me a charisma save. You have advantage on this one. Only because that 24. You have not reached the end. But you cannot push past this darkness. Something has blocked it.
Okay.
With that charisma save, you have blocked it.
Oh no.
This is deeply repressed.
So can I, like, find out why I'm repressing it for myself?
You absolutely can. Do you reach out and try and touch the blackness?
Hell yeah.
You instantly start crying. It feels painful to touch this. It is technically possible for you to push through this. But if you do, you are going to be taking the full brunt of whatever trauma's there.
So Poppy, during this situation, she would probably take a step back and just really think, which isn't really in Poppy's nature to think things through, but she knows there's probably a reason why she's repressed this. But she needs to know. She needs to know why her parents left her and why she's hiding this from herself. So she's gonna go and push through it.
Okay. You are going to walk through. Roll me a d8. You take 3 additional points of psychic damage. You walk into a small room. You see you are in like a small like house in the middle of the desert. And you see a child in the corner crying as there is multiple bodies with vicious stab wounds, throats cut, and a woman barely standing. You cannot see her face. The face you have blocked. And she is panting and almost nearly exhausted and unable to fight. She looks horribly, horribly stressed and tired. She is crying out of pain as well as many other emotions. The end of this path has been reached. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. You feel the urge to run. Somehow you keep it together.
So I can't try to see whose face this is.
You can.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, you reach up to see the face. You take 11 points of psychic damage this time.
Jeez. Okay.
The face looks kind of like yours. The nose is slightly different. Lips are a little bit thinner. hair is a different color, but it looks like very much your face, but older. And because you have dug this deep, I think I will actually give you a name. Now I'm going to be mean and give you a first name. Okay. For this name, do you keep on holding the hand of this woman? Or do you reach to hold the hand of the child?
The child.
Okay. You go hold the hand of the child. The child acknowledges that you're there. And the child just looks at you. And just says, I never thought I'd see you again, Ophelia. And you are, whoom, forced back into where you started. You now know your first name is not Poppy. It is Ophelia.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Make me a insight check. This is just going to be or Arcana, one of the two, because it's just going to be perfect. So the damage you're taking is not going to kill you.
Okay.
When you reach the point where you go unconscious, that's when you're waking up.
Okay.
So you have.
Can you keep track for me? I can't keep track on what I have. Thank you. Sorry.
Not a problem. Let me just confirm how much you've taken.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. You've taken 3 and 11. Got it. You are at full. So your hit point maximum right now is 39, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Because the
But,
46 was from temporary, right?
Yeah, 'cause,
It's still the same day, though, right?
yeah. So she would have had
I'll give it to
7
you.
temporary hit points.
I'll give it to you.
Because they don't dissipate, I don't think, until it.
Let me confirm that damage. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're still looking good. You're still feeling like you can push on.
Okay.
Now, you can look at anything else that has been on your mind. Anything that you think you might not have all the answers for.
Why is Viettervesk really helping me? Is it really because of this oath?
Okay. You travel down a door, and yeah, you hit a point where you come out and you come into a large underground cavern, and you've seen hundreds of Stoneborne. You don't know if this is accurate. This is just how Poppy would see it.
Okay.
She sees them all with various different beards of different colors and different stones. And indeed, you see them taking oaths and various things. It seems completely out of the good of his heart. You can dig deeper if you want to see if there's any underlying doubt you have, but
If I dig deeper, it means I don't fully trust him.
it's
So,
true.
I know, and Poppy is always going to have a small doubt in her mind about
Yep.
why people are kind to her, but she's going to choose to believe in Viettervesk and not go further.
Interesting.
Oh no.
No. This is very interesting. You're looking at this space, and light comes from different rocks and stones. There's going to be no mechanical aspect to this whatsoever. Viettervesk,
Yes.
you feel a warmth inside of you. It's where humans would have their hearts. It's gentle. You have never felt anything like that before.
So it does not remind me of the connection with Stonefather.
No, connection with Stonefather is much different. That is all-encompassing. That is something that you feel around you. It's not so much in you in one spot.
Interesting, okay. This is while I stand outside of her door guarding.
If that's where you are at this time,
If
it's any time
she is-
throughout the day.
If she has let us know she's going to do this, then yes, I would spend every moment possible there.
100%. It's while you are there.
Probably have bucket beside me that is half full.
Make an insight check.
All right. I'm good at this.
Oh, I'm going to give you one more thing for your last insight as well. Viettervesk.
Yes.
You know it's connected to your present and future, but you don't know what the connection is.
All right.
Poppy. You feel there are eyes on you. From some outside source, but it's not like a scry or anything that's like directly watching you at all times. It's just more focused attention. It's not intrusive, it's just you're on someone's radar.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This one you have disadvantage.
Oh, well, that's great.
No.
5, make a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Okay, this is fun. Poppy,
Wow, 2 nat ones.
Oh, God.
you're brought into the arena, and it starts to fill with water. And walking out of a door, you see 3 figures. All female. They don't speak, they just smile, and they wave.
Do I recognize any?
You don't even need to roll, no.
Okay. I would probably just yell at them and be like, you know, oi, this is my mind, my memories, who are you?
Speaking in unison, all with different tones to their voice. Well, you let us in.
Oh,
Now,
of course.
if this will be the second time you've let us in, though, and we would hate to leave without experiencing your hospitality. So, why should we go if you're inviting us so often?
Sorry, kind of new to this whole discovering who I am thing. Remind me how you got here or how I invited you?
Well, our attention was kind of on you and your posse.
Poppy's posse, of course.
Yeah, yes, and well, then your mind couldn't stop us from when you actually tried to see more about it.
Find anything good? Interesting?
Well, we would never look without your permission, but if you give us permission to scour your brain, then we accept it.
No, I do not. I absolutely refuse.
In that case, we will not. But we did. I believe my sister did give you good advice before, and that's where one of them speaks up and says, "Yes, about your stone friend."
Chance, did we first meet while you were breaking out a prisoner?
Well, yes. Yes, see, that's... We're looking for something. Someone, really. And that's a means to an end, you see. But if you want, we could just go through you.
I mean, prefer not to.
Well,
You
if you would prefer not, then that would just be rude, my dear. We would never do that.
Exactly. Thank you.
You see,
Manners.
she
So
asked
hard
for
to
it.
find. Oh, okay.
She didn't even have to ask for much. She just really wants her mother's book back.
Don't know what you're talking about there.
Make a deception check at disadvantage because they're in your head.
Oh my god. Why
What?
What could possibly go wrong?
Wow. This is incredible.
Oh, yes, of course you don't. The one that you keep in your bag.
I don't even own a bag.
Either way, if we're not welcome here, just know that the offer's on the table. We will drop her. She is simple. You're fun. We like you.
I am fine.
And, like,
thank you.
You really need some paternal figures. We will gladly do our motherly duties.
I mean, I'm not looking for a mother. I'm looking for my mother, you know, but thank you.
Eventually you'll learn that there's not much of a difference. As the water slowly evaporates into swirling clouds, and they just melt away.
Sorry, there's not much of a difference?
For that, you are actually going to take some damage. Because that was an invasive force inside your head. 21. You are now rough. You have very limited capacity. Now, again, most things are surface thoughts, so you still can enter. And if you make the saves, the damage won't be there.
Okay.
You have 7 out of your 39 health. And that was taking into account the temporary.
Okay. I mean, so I can't really investigate anymore about my parents. I kind of just...
Okay, so you can.
Okay.
You have specifically gone down the first channel of your parents. More of the events that caused what happened.
Okay.
Just let me know. You definitely know what about your parents you're looking into.
Right. So the first story was more of like maybe why they left me.
Yes,
Not...
that is an accurate. That is an accurate statement.
Okay, so I would want to try to find out who are they.
Oh, I like it. It absolutely does. When you do that, in front of you, you see 2 shadows appear. But one of them has like a pinkish reddish tone, and one of them has like a grayish bluish tone. The shadows start walking towards separate doors. You can only follow one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like I said, this is going to be a fun one.
I saw what I assumed was my mom, so I gotta go with whoever feels like my father.
Okay. Yeah, so you follow the grayish blue, and you walk through the passageway, and you're now walking through an elaborate city. Looks very old, very blocky in design. Everything is made of sandstone. And you look up and make me a insight check or history check. Anything that I call for while you're in here, insight can be used instead. You are very young in what you're walking through. Whirling winds, merchants traveling by, and you see slight build, sandy brown hair, human. Okay, let me confirm this. Yes, correct. A human walking you somewhere. You don't know where. His clothes look simple, but you know that his bag contains things that are not.
Can I investigate that?
Absolutely. Roll me sleight of hand or insight. Okay. You start investigating, and you will take... Ooh, you're getting close. You see scrolls, inks, papers, quills, books. It's almost endless. Like, when you look in, it's dark and empty, but when you reach in, you can pull this stuff out. And you pull out ink bottles that are one color, but when you put them in the light, they're a separate one. And when you put them in shadow, they're a separate one. And you get the sense that his job is based around writing somehow. Writing and understanding.
Okay.
Would you like to go
Can
deeper,
I-
and how?
Can I just try to call out to him and see what happens?
Yeah, what do you call out?
I would just be like, Dad, is that you?
Charisma save.
Can you hear me? Oh, frick! Okay, thank
Nice.
God.
You call out, and it's... What? Of course, honey. I'm just bringing you to the office while I get some work done. Did you want to get something on the way? And he will crouch down, and again, you won't see his face. But you will see that indeed his build's kind of tricky. He looks pretty strong, but he's wiry. He's not a warrior. And when you look into his face, all you see is surprise. Not surprise that you spoke to him or asked him a question. It's surprise in the fact that he was able to have a child. It was unexpected, and he was told he would not be able to do it, but he did.
So Viettervesk told Poppy that her parents are dead, right?
No, what Viettervesk told her was he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Okay.
He is following up on an oath that one of his brethren made when he came back. He took up what he started. So he just knew to come and find you and watch over you. And if I'm missing anything, Joel, feel free to jump in.
No, that is correct.
Okay.
Poppy's had a rough couple of days. Lots happened, lots changing in her life.
Now,
and she's in a very vulnerable state.
You can reach to see what he does. You can learn more about him. You can reach out for information like you did before with names and such. You can... This is where you can kind of sprawl out. Right now, you can still go back and you're not hitting anywhere where you see walls of trauma or modification.
Poppy is going to... I don't know how it would work, but she wants to try to hug him and just try to get his name.
That's easily possible. Roll me your charisma save. I will let you know. The DC is 15 because this is important information, but it's not vital. It's not world-ending.
Oh my gosh, okay.
You are actually going to get full name for that. So, you know that your name is Ophelia, which makes sense, being Poppy. However, you get the full name of a human male, Marcus Drever. And I will type that in the chat for you.
I'm Ophelia Drever.
You are.
Wow.
You did not take damage. And because of the 24, you got the full name. You are not seeing any walls at this point.
Can I come back to this door? Or, like, can I come back here? If, like, I just want to check something really quick.
Yeah, what do you
before
want to
I
check?
keep going.
What do you want to check?
I want to check to see if there's, like, any darkness maybe in my mind connected to the demon lord. Maybe now's a good time to, like...
I love it. I love it. This one is going to require a charisma save. Because,
Okay.
like, you know how you feel about it? That's all surface level is. Yes and no.
Okay.
If... It all depends on how much you dwell on it.
I'm gonna dwell on it for a minute.
That's what I
Pretty
mean.
important.
So, actually, what is your initial response to getting that sort of uncertainty even in your detect thoughts?
Just fear that I really fucked up.
Oh, okay. This one's going to be a constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
And with that 6, where there was not the start of a connection, in the center of the arena, you can't see this, but you feel it, a single black vine starts to grow.
Can I close the door immediately? I don't want to know anymore.
On this, yeah, you can totally get out of there, but that vine has started.
Oh no. Okay, she's gonna close the door. Pretend she never saw that.
Yep.
Gonna go back through her father's door.
Oh, yeah, real good.
Okay. And she's just gonna go to him and just risk it all on the one question. Is he okay? Is he alive?
Ooh. Okay, this saving throw requires a natural 20 to get the actual answer, because this isn't a question just into your mind. This is a question reaching out. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but the DC is 25.
Okay.
Do you have anything you can add to this before you make it?
She just needs to know that they're okay. She doesn't even know
I
where
will
they
let
are.
you use your bardic inspiration on yourself for this.
Thank God. Okay. Here I go.
Roll bardic inspiration. Because you may still get some information, even if you don't get the full gambit.
Can you roll it for me, mate?
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
D8?
Sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got a 6. 22? Okay. With a 22, you do not know the current state. However, from the last point of which you have memory, they were indeed alive, but they were not okay. If you would like an answer to that, you have to roll a charisma save.
No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, because you're getting close to the ends. One more round of damage could knock you out of this.
Yeah, I just knowing that's enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one more thing.
Yeah.
before I do the last thing. I'm gonna just. She knows they're okay, or not okay. She knows they're alive, so that's all that
No,
matters.
she does not.
Or sorry, does she?
As
know
of
they're
your
alive?
last memory with
Yeah.
them, you knew that they were alive. And physically, they were okay.
Okay.
That one's an insight check. You won't take any damage for making that insight check, because that's just... So make me an insight check. This is just reading into general sort of emotional state.
Okay.
Their parents.
Yeah.
They had to, like, they had to give up a young child for whatever reason. That takes a toll on anyone. So that's probably the source of the not okay feeling you were getting.
Okay. I'm just gonna like speak out to them. I don't know if they can hear me. Probably not. But Poppy, you know, it's
Yeah.
just
Hell yeah.
it's gonna be like, I love you, and I will find you.
Roll me a charisma save.
Oh no. Oh, where's the wisdom?
I'll take it.
Okay, cool.
No, you rolled a save and you got natural 20.
Okay.
I will absolutely take that because this is going to cause you to take damage no matter what. This is pushing even the limitations of this modified, hyper-focused version of this. You reach out, and before you speak those words, are you aware of the spell Sending?
Yes.
You get one free cast of Sending, and it will go... If a DC 20 was one of your parents, this will go to both of them. I'm just going to confirm that Sending is the appropriate spell.
Sure. How many words is sending?
25.
25 words. Okay.
Let me just confirm that right now because I don't want to give you wrong information, but I believe it's 25 words.
Sounds
Sending.
right.
Yeah, it's 25.
Yeah, it's not that.
So, you don't have to say them out loud.
Okay.
If you want, you can write it out, then say it. Because this is an important... This is a big one. Because this is your
we come
last
back to
action.
me?
You're going to be knocked out of this.
Or you can just start counting them off on your fingers word per word.
Yeah. No, we can we can easily come back to you on this one. We can cut to the rest of the group. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we come back to the rest of the group. And yeah, it's getting to nighttime. Cameras will be messed up for a moment. There we go, and we're back. Yes, so, rest of the group, it is coming close to nighttime. You have eaten. There is some cats on the ship.
Just for the clarification, Viettervesk has not eaten.
It's true.
Or if he did, it didn't stay down very long.
Yeah, well, you guys would have had to have eaten multiple times throughout the day, and then it doesn't stay down, but you still get something from it.
Okay.
But the night's going to pass. And when you guys wake up, roll me perception checks.
Viettervesk is sleeping against Puppy's door.
Absolutely.
Is that for everyone?
Yes, everyone other than Poppy.
So, for morning, we have perception, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, 2019? Yeah, you guys are totally going to see this. Alonzo, you're not going to get this, but it can easily be communicated. Both Thoggir and Viettervesk. Aboard ships, there's usually a couple cats, or like a cat and a small dog. At all times.
If you say so.
And that is only to deal with rodents. If they get on board.
Okay.
You notice the ship's cats are tired. They are moving sluggish compared to what they normally would. And you hear a couple people going, "Where the hell's where's my hat? I swear it was here, and various other complaints of that sort. Nothing major, nothing hyper valuable. Maybe a quill missing, a hat. Like, just little stuff like that. Like, cutlery pieces from somebody's mess kit.
Does this trigger any recollection of knowledge that Viettervesk would possibly be able to put 2 and 2 together as what might be happening?
Propose a roll.
Well, it sounds like it is something of the arcane nature, so it would be that or perhaps history if it is something I have come across in my many years.
Either would work. Either would work. I can see the angle.
Okay. Given that I have a +1 bonus in Arcana and a +3 bonus in History, I would like to roll History if that
Go
is
for
okay.
it. Yeah. History totally works.
I am still sort of half asleep though, so definitely not asking for the help of Stonefather. But that said, I am fairly certain I have come across similar behavior in the past.
So you have. It's mainly in stories. And the reason why it triggers is because of where you're going.
Okay.
You think of Sirenia
Yes.
being an Eladrin.
Yes.
And her connection to the Fae.
From Feywild, yes. Oh, I think
Sentient
this
beings
is...
and the Fae often go for trinkets or little things if they're in the presence of that which might be tempting.
I don't
Now,
have time for this.
That being said, it's probably nothing that big or violent, though, because you don't see anything damaged. Like, of course, there's, like, the little, like, the small holes at bottoms of doors and stuff like that, and, like, the little spots that allow ventilation throughout the ship so it doesn't smell like an absolute horror of a, horror sports locker room. But, yeah, with that, you get that it's probably of that nature and not very hostile, or at least
Sure.
currently.
Sure.
Do you inform Thoggir of this?
No, I have just woken up, and I will make note, and then immediately, in loudest voice as possible, I will begin to, Zora, and I will do my morning ablutions to Stonefather.
How your party reacts to this is up to them. This is quite early. The crew, they're all up already. Like, the ones who are sleeping, work throughout the night, they sleep through it.
Alonzo is probably up, because he gets up pretty early, and he is probably just in his own head practicing the way that he heard the crew speak. So he's trying to...
Roll a charisma save for me.
Okay.
Let's see how well you get done.
Alright. I'm pretty good at charisma. Well, didn't roll well, though.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting the gist of it. You're learning, like, more the style of jokes, which is more like jabs and insulting, but apparently in ways that are comforting.
Okay.
But it reaches a point where everybody is awake. It is your second day on the ocean. Constitution saves, but this time you will have advantage. You have been on the sea for a day, and this is not actually sea. This is just interior bay. Thoggir is now good.
I'm not Pukey McPukington?
Neither is Alonzo.
Well, he wasn't already. The magic is whether or not we see this from our stone brother.
It's true. Let's see,
So
let's see what you can
would
get.
Viettervesk throw up? Like, stones?
Pebbles.
Little bits of
Pebble,
pebbles?
it's
Viettervesk eats what normal people eat, just with higher concentration of stones and pebbles than most.
Okay.
so it's so like his throw up is more just a sludgy paste. Viettervesk, roll con save with advantage.
With advantage.
Advantage.
This is...
You have been on the bay for a day. This is a gentle ride. They're making money off of this ride. They're intentionally going at a pace which isn't to rock the boat, per se.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. And
Viettervesk feels not good, but is good enough.
based off of the saves that you made, Poppy, and how many high rolls you got despite that series of natural ones, when you are ready, you can let me know what the sending says. Also, send it in the chat so I can write it down. And you are actually going to wake up a day early. I know, right?
Don't judge me, guys, okay?
This is a no judgment zone, especially going through that deeply emotional investigation of oneself.
Okay, I sent it. Should I say it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I love you. I forgive you. I will find you and fight for you. I'm super strong and a homeowner. I made friends. Ophelia Poppy.
Excuse me, Lord Poppy.
For you. Super strong and
Once I am done with morning ablutions, I will seek out the others and let them know that I believe the boat may be infested with a fairy problem. I have come across similar things long in the past. I know that we are traveling to an area that seems to be a close link to the Fair Realm, and this all seems very similar to me.
okay, on that note, that's when I will go with Thoggir's popping of his ability. You get nothing.
I would say otherwise.
Well, you also have right to be wrong, just as all other sentient beings do.
Nothing smells in the air.
Viettervesk, make a disadvantaged history check. Because it's something you haven't
Disadvantage history.
come across, but I'll see if you get the reasoning why.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely not.
you do not get the reasoning why. Poppy.
Yeah.
Before you are forcefully thrown back into consciousness, you just hear in one voice in unison, it can't be. Baby, we love you. I don't know how you're reaching out, but that's incredible. You're keep pushing. Don't find us until you're ready. And that's 25 words.
Ready? What? Okay.
Poppy, you are forcefully shunted awake, dry mouth, head feels perfectly fine, but you are hungry.
I would just immediately, I assume I did this while like laying down and
100%.
whatever the bed is. Okay.
100%.
I would just immediately open the door, not making eye contact with anyone, trying to find the nearest kitchen to eat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that that Viettervesk was still in front of the door.
This is correct. Viettervesk has not left door.
So the doors do open in. So the door opens, and just rushing past you guys, you see Poppy.
Oh, hey, oh! Hey, you are awake, Poppy!
Day early, in fact.
Too much to talk about. Must find food first.
Oh, food does not sound good, but okay, let's go.
Poppy, you do not need to make a constitution save. Your body has adjusted to the ocean while you were under, because it was forced to. And you have a high constitution.
So.
Yeah, you can
there
easily
you
get
are.
food. A lot of it is either fish. There's dried bread, like dried meats, bread, like loaves of bread, various things.
Okay, so with like a mouthful of food, she's gonna talk to Viettervesk because she knows they're like closer. But if the other two, she's not being quiet about any of this. She's too excited. She's got too much to say. So anyone who's listening can listen in.
Yeah.
Okay, Viettervesk. First off, my name is not Poppy. Don't know how to feel about that one. Yeah, surprising, right? I definitely look like a Poppy. Ophelia. Who knew? A little girly, but it's all right.
You are the only Poppy I've known. All Poppies I know look like you.
Thank you.
But also Flower, right? This little flower called Poppy.
Yeah.
You don't look like Flower.
I mean, sometimes maybe, but anyway, that's not the point. I think my parents are still alive. They sent me a message. When I sent them a message, there was a sandstorm. My knife was bloody. Oh, one of the 3 ladies came into my mind and were talking to me about making a deal. There was a vine when I tried to find out if I have a connection to some sort of demon lord, and
I'm sorry.
investigate
What?
that one.
You can make relevant checks if you wish. Viettervesk, upon hearing that.
I think I really fucked up again.
What check am I making? What is relevant?
History works, Arcana works.
Well, okay. So this is
Stonefather's
specifically
blessing applies.
This is specifically mention of the demon lord that you are asking about.
You can make one for the demon lord thing, and one for the 3 women.
Okay. All right. All of this seems very magical.
Yes.
So, would it be Arcana or religion? Not that it
Religion
matters.
would apply. Religion would apply.
It's +1 for both, but I don't
you could
really
use
feel...
history.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could
the
look
DM
back at
says
like
it is okay.
documented cases and stories that you have read.
Okay, I will remember what I remember then. But you say I can have Stonefather's blessing on this.
What was the first one for?
The first one is for the demon, of course.
Okay.
What else would it be for? Okay.
With a 14,
is not great.
Yeah, 14 you're not going to really get much. It's concerning,
Okay.
but you don't know.
Of course. And second is for 3 women. Definitely not going to get anything there either. This all sounds
nothing
very,
either
very
for that.
strange, Poppy. Are you telling me you connected with a demonic entity?
Yes. I think I accidentally opened the door a little bit more on that one.
Is not good.
Poppy,
That's good.
whether you say it or not, you do know the actual truth. There was no seed there,
Yeah.
but your doubt planted one.
Where-
And
where
because
is
you were
Alonzo?
in your head, then you can easily be within space to hear this. She's just speaking to Viettervesk.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
not
just
being
speaking
shy
to
about it.
anybody.
We are
Congratulations, Lord.
we are in the eating area, so
Lord Ophelia. So your
Okay,
parents, they're demons?
I'll quietly
Should've
take
asked
this
that
in. Could I also make a history?
Hell yeah, roll it.
oh,
Yeah, nothing.
Your family's
This
demons.
is above your pay grade. Like, you've heard of great adventurers dealing with stuff like this, and like you've heard so many varying stories that you don't even know if they're true.
Well, I believe all of them, but it's probably all like just jumbled in my mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either way.
With me. You don't look very tiefling-like.
Pretty sure I'm not, but I didn't really get the chance to ask that. Maybe next time around. But pretty
Your
sure.
parents live, and they are demon lords.
That's enough.
Again. Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure I'm a half elf, half human. That's what they look like. But who knows?
Very confused.
I know. It's really confusing up in here, apparently.
You were
Why?
sleeping.
What?
You were sleeping, and you sent a message to demons. And now you know your parents are alive, and your name is Ophelia. Sorry,
More or less.
sorry, Lord Ophelia.
It is only honorary, Lord.
Honorable. Yeah.
Honorary, honorable. What is difference?
I'm sorry, I was throwing up all yesterday. I feel like I missed something very important.
I feel your
Yeah.
pain deep in my soul. But I am confused specifically as to Poppy why it is you are awake so much earlier than expected.
Oh, Poppy, you know that answer. It's because of how deftly you traveled through the space. Your focus allowed you to efficiently get through the use the magical effect.
Because I know my mind very well.
That is a bit of positive news.
Yeah, Viettervesk, that totally tracks. Magics like that work on a basis of connection, and if you're that connected, you could fast travel.
Is there value in spending another day under influence? There is one dose remaining.
Poppy, make an insight check.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Medicinal. Is purely medicinal.
I don't mean to pry, but if your parents really cared about you, why would they not have looked for you?
Yeah.
Well,
Before you resolve this, Poppy, going back in any time within like a week from now would be tough. Like it was what you didn't get exhausted from it, but it was a thing.
yeah. There is one thing that I am a little bit worried about. I told my parents, right, you know, as you would, that you love them, forgive them for abandoning me, that I'm doing great in life, you know, all the positives, and that I would find them. But they responded to me. I mean, you guys all have healthy relationships with your parents, I assume. So they responded to me with, oh, there you go. That don't look for them until I'm ready. That doesn't seem very.
So
What do we think about that?
you are. Go, please, Alonzo. What do you have to add?
Well, in my opinion, I say you forget about them. They don't seem like good parents to me.
Viettervesk, roll history with advantage.
My relationship with a parent is, as you could probably imagine, very close. Stonefather and I speak every day. I have to admit, based on the kind of oath that my brother swore, I am surprised that your parents live. I have to admit to being a little cautious about believing that this is true. And if they are giving you unexpected responses, then this is more reason to be cautious and concerned. What is the result of roll, DM?
I am giving you a whisper right now.
Okay, I am listening to God.
If you need to clarify, I sent it in Roll20.
Okay. How certain are you that whoever you connected to is in fact who you believe it to be, and not some other being attempting to waylay you in some way or get your guard down for some nefarious purpose?
Because I choose to believe that that it is true.
I am certainly not going to argue that there is great power in belief. But it does not create out of nothing.
Still, you
Belief
know,
also-
50-50.
What was that, Alonso?
I said strong belief could also lead you astray.
Poppy, I can actually confirm on the details about your parents. You felt that link. You felt the tethers
Okay.
from, I want to say, Abyss. I'm going to confirm that right now, because this is actually going to be the domains for deities will matter for this.
Seventh layer of hell, the abyss.
If we are talking about demonic, it is Abyss. If we are talking about devils, it is the Nine Hells.
This is actually not in dealing at all with that.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yes, 100%. It is Abyss. He is one. The tethers between you were that of creation, and it was from them to you. And these tethers or chains were created and formed by Abyss, who is the god of the depths, the Abyss Titan, the Deep One. While he is neutral evil, he is one of the three creator gods, and he is in charge of sparking life.
So if Poppy felt that, then she's 100% convinced that
You're 100%.
There's no doubt in her mind.
This is even outside of game. The information I gave you on your parents is on your parents. You're aware of that.
Okay, so I just say to the group, it's them. It's definitely them.
It's a faith.
I'm sorry. What was that? I don't understand your accent.
Not understand why you would feel like faith is enough.
Why is faith enough?
Ooh, that's a deeper question.
Well, as someone who is in direct contact with the god of my creation, I can tell you that faith is pretty often enough for me.
So you understand?
If that is truly the connection that you felt, then certainly I can understand why you believe it without any doubt. Yes.
Just lots of head shaking and then scrutiny and judgmental gazes from the giant bugbear.
Actually, Thoggir, roll me a religion check with advantage, because you've dealt with evil deities before.
Yes. I've had a very close relationship with an evil deity for much longer than I would wish upon any mortal.
So the one that you dealt with is far more involved than Abyss. Abyss has the reason why Abyss performs the jobs that he does is for the opportunity to tempt the souls of mortals when they pass.
You know, for the god of the deep, he's awfully shallow.
It's true. But yes, so like his whole the magic of creation does not come from him, nor does the passage of the spark of creation. But the spark of it does come from him. And he just all he asked for in return was the chance to take that spark back if the owner of it was willing. So he's evil, but he's more evil in the fact that he doesn't care what connections you would have had. Oh,
definitely not, but he would love your soul.
Like, he's just like, if you're done with it, like, I can keep it. You won't go anywhere else. You'll be done.
You've told your parents you love them, and you're a homeowner now. You know, you're done with your soul. You can totally give it to the god of the depth.
Yeah. But, like, for the fact, like, the idea of tethers
totally
between people, but the idea of tethers between people and parentage makes perfect sense for him. Like, what she's saying would check out.
Okay, well then I won't be harassing her, just judging her because my life only started when I stopped letting gods make decisions for me.
Oh, 100%. You can judge all you want. I'm just making sure you're judging informed.
Yes. But now I'm not speaking out and questioning every statement you're making as though it's all unjustifiable to me.
Exactly.
So just... crumping myself into a little bit of a shorter posture and sit back and listen instead of getting my stupid face in the way.
But yeah, it is the second day. Is there any more conversation that is had? Sporadically in between, you will still hear more cases of like a pair of underwear going missing, like little insignificant things.
I will mention at some point we should probably all check our possessions carefully and make sure nothing has gone missing. And reiterate again that despite Thoggir's belief that I do not know what I'm talking about, I'm fairly confident we are dealing with an infestation of fairy beings.
I am dumb and overconfident enough that I do not check my things because I don't believe him.
So
I check my money and my dagger.
let me, Poppy, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You were untouched.
Yes, I will check all of my possessions as well.
I'm gonna actually look at your character sheets to see what you have on you.
Yep. Please note that the tooth is in my mouth, not like in a pocket.
Understood. Actually, no. I will let you. I'm not worried about it. I'll let you guys decide. Something small, minor, and that you don't need for survival is missing. And partway through the day, all of these things are found in different people's rooms. So, like, it starts at one point because the captain comes out and goes, "Excuse me, who put Duncan's hat in my clothing drawer? I don't like people sneaking in." And then it just spirals from there of just things in different people's spaces, and almost everyone got hit.
Can I speak with animals and ask drunk cats about the experience for them thus far?
You absolutely can. I'm just gonna see if I can pull up a step. Oh, I can totally pull up a stat block for a cat. I just need to see their intelligence.
They poop in my shoes when I try to go out too often. They're fairly intelligent.
Their
just a
intelligence
quick,
is 3, so it's not bad.
Quick game stream call out. I'm fairly sure when Poppy logs out, it's going to scramble all of the camera views.
100%. When Poppy has to go, that's when we're gonna call break.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give you a
And
minute to wrap this section up, and then
Okay.
yeah, it's okay.
And during the break, that is where I will readjust.
Okay.
I say to Viettervesk, it seems that you're right. There is some kind of mischievous being running around, and he kind
You
of
are
like arches his
correct.
eyes, like,
That is very much what I expect is happening right now. Would you like to inform the captain of our findings?
Sure.
Before
I
this is
walk up-
followed through with, there was a speak with animals. There is a cat that's lounging around. It looks up and goes, You are not one of us.
No.
Why do you speak to me in such a way?
I wish to know, how do they treat you here? Are you well fed?
Oh,
Have there been-
absolutely. I eat the scraps. I jump up and eat what I would like. If ever a rodent gets on, I get to play with my food. Last night was a problem, though. Those rodents were not fun.
Was it rodents that have been causing a problem?
I don't know what the problem is.
Thing moving throughout the boat.
Oh, sometimes I move things off of tables and onto floors. That's fun. Is that a problem?
Yes. No. Not at all.
Yes, there was rodents walking around, and they were taking stuff and putting it where it shouldn't have been. And that's my job, and I don't like it.
Have they been doing this the whole trip?
This one, yes. But it's weird. They look like you, but they don't look like you.
Racist.
Like,
What I mean is, what do you mean?
like
Are they human?
no, they're rats. But cat's gonna climb up on you, and you just be like, you see this part, and just starts kneading your face.
Oh, fuck. No.
And then
No blood.
and then it'll stop.
blood.
I'm sorry, it was soft, but that part is the same as like the big ones in you.
So they're rats, but they have big soft faces, like me.
Well, not just you. Like as a cat, I have the perfect face.
Oh
But-
God, no.
But these rats had faces like the ugly ones that are missing fur, and like have the weird lines of fur above their eyes.
And he's gonna make note of that description to share with people. Can I make a nature check to try to be familiar with the description that they're making?
100%. Nothing in nature sounds remotely like that, as far as you know.
Well, suddenly Viettervesk claiming there may be things from the Fey realm has a lot more validity. So I'm gonna take one of my rations and give it to the cat.
Oh, cat will absolutely love it. You after watching the cats on this ship get pampered because they're the best defense
Yes, they should.
possible against infestations of anything.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, give it a ration and
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Great, majestic
you.
cat. Tell me if you see these mice or rats in the future, and I will
do
help
my
stop
best.
them. Now.
We'll make a game of it. By the way, is this venison? As it,
Yeah.
it'll pick up that part of the ration and drop it over the boat. I'm not a fan of venison. It's too gamey.
Just because I'm wearing my leather armor does not mean it protects my feelings.
What are feelings? If you continue this conversation with the cat, you're probably going to take emotional damage.
I already am.
Oh no.
So this is that like
Cats aren't that bad.
dark cloud over the dark lines on my expression, sitting in a corner, crouched over by a cat, talking to it and meows,
Yep.
looking really disappointed in
Are,
myself.
are we seeing this
Oh,
happening?
100%. You don't know anything being said, but you hear the meowing back and forth, and the meow coming out of the bugbear is soft and cat-like.
And then I give it a ration.
I am
dump it
looking
over
at
the
that
side of
very
the boat, and I
confused.
cry.
Yep.
Like, are you okay?
No.
What were you doing?
Form of myself.
Okay. All right. I just leave it be and I start walking towards the captain to relay to him what we found. But I try to speak like the sailors speak, but I kind of fumble my way through it. Like instead of like motherfucker, I would say mother shitter or something. You know, like something very
and
wrong.
you're saying this to the captain. The captain is going to make an insight check real quick.
It's a new insight. So yeah.
Okay, so the captain was like, I'm gonna assume, don't try and become a sailor. We're well aware that things were placed in weird places. We're working on it, trying to find the crewmates responsible, and we're gonna beat the fuck out of them. We're not gonna kill them. We're not gonna break anything.
We do not think that this was a ploy of one of your crewmen.
What do you think it was?
We believe there's a stowaway in your ship of a mischievous being, not of this realm, perhaps.
Well, in that case, we check the ship.
Yes, we check the ship.
With all due respect, Captain, it is possible there is multiple beings, and I don't know that you will be able to find them if they are creatures that I believe them to be. I think hiding is what they are good at.
Then in that case, I'll leave it to you guys to find them if you want to then. But I'm going to have my men search.
Fair enough. We only wish to make sure you understand that the likelihood of more such instances of your crewman's hat appearing in your room, this sort of thing, not only will continue, I expect that there are multiple other items that will be found today in the wrong places because these creatures find that sort of mischief to be entertainment.
Noted. Everybody roll me investigation checks. This will be the last thing we do before Kendra does have to go, unfortunately.
So close. There it is. Oh, ignore my 4.
Understood. Poppy can roll one as well. Poppy's up. Poppy is back in action. She's not. After this, she is going to start to feel the side effects of pushing herself afterwards, which will keep her out for, until the end of the trip. But for the moment, she is good to go. Okay.
Oh, that one. There you go.
Yeah, Poppy, you're starting to look, and then you're like, okay, I need to lay down.
Mm-hmm.
How many nat ones have you rolled today?
Seriously.
My God.
It will all balance out in time.
It's true. You guys are looking around. Thoggir, you find 0 signs, which makes no sense. There should be at least something from movement or things that fell, but you find no signs. Same for everyone, but he's the one who makes that connection.
Well, it could. I mean, if it's a flying being, like it wouldn't leave a trail. So maybe it's maybe it's some kind of a flying fairy type folk, pixie or something.
Or perhaps they can travel back and forth between Fae Realm and our plane without difficulty.
No.
That sounds like that would take a significant amount of arcane power to do such things.
For creatures like you and I who belong here, I think you're right, but I do not have an exhaustive understanding of what the Fae are capable of. But of all of the realms outside of the one we live in, the interference of Fae creatures ranks head and shoulders higher than any other type of being. So I have a feeling they can do it easier than most.
All right. And on that conversation, we will actually call break here, so that Poppy can get sleep.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, Kendra. Have a wonderful day tomorrow.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope that I did not.
Quickly.
I hope that I did not traumatize you too much.
I almost cried. That was intense.
Oh, that means I did a good job.
It is good DMing right there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, that was good.
All right. In that case, we are going to go to break real quick. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes.
All right. See you all soon.
Yep. By the way, that was handled very well. I was impressed you remembered Dweeblex. Wonderful. All right. All right. Yeah. Yep. I'm just... Unfortunately, everyone will be able to see the fact that I am adjusting overlay.
rest of my house can hear me when I'm making my voice. So I came out and like making faces at me and stuff. Thanks. Sound like a cross between Bane and something. The rest of my house can hear me when I'm making my voice. So I came out. I have plenty of isolated spaces throughout my property, but I have like a room that I keep all my hobby stuff in, and my laptop, and my ferrets like to come in here a lot, so this is my go-to usually. But if I kept coming out and they were like making the Batman face at me, talking about
I am the knight.
I might choose a different room.
Justin, did you see my note? It is in the One Bad Roll. I believe it's in the streaming. Yeah, Alonzo replied to it as well.
Poppy says we're not muted. I might mean that we're still streaming. I don't know.
We are definitely still streaming, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yep, that's definitely me.
I ran into the same problem streaming my Curse of Strahd game. I had to make a second account on Roll20 and just log in as a player.
Yeah, and make sure to give it like share control of the player tokens so that
So
it
it can
has the
see
player
everything
view.
that they
Yeah.
can see, yep.
Marijuana means family.
I mean,
There's
I'm
one
not
that
watching
learns-
the stream directly, so whatever you're sharing, I'm not seeing, and good to know.
When I watch Twitch, I do it on my phone so that you can only see the chat and none of the actual video.
We already started streaming. Is that what's happening?
We never stopped.
We were still streaming that whole time. We just turned off our cameras and muted our mics for the most part.
Oh, I see.
He needed to shift around the videos, and there's actually not a way to do that while it's not streaming unless he completely cuts the stream. So he can't be on the like "we'll be back soon" screen and be fixing things on the other one.
Yeah.
At least I haven't figured out a way to do it. So maybe there is, but I don't know it.
Yeah, no, that is accurate. Okay, we are back. We are down one player, as was just stated. We said our goodbyes. Very, very good work from Kendra. But you are back on the boat. It is the day of Poppy getting back. You just discovered that there may be some mischief going on the ship. And you guys have the day to possibly figure out what's going on or look into it. Just so you know, you are on course to make it the next morning to the small port. It's not even a port city. It's literally just like a small dock with like some minor protection.
So,
Well, I was gonna suggest that, but Poppy's gone, so I was gonna suggest that there are some like spells that would help like find invisible creatures if it's invisible, but I don't have such arcane spells, unfortunately.
Oh, what I would like to note is, as a ranger, I have been trained to recognize when different types of beings are in my presence. That is why I was so confident that there was nothing of the Fae present on the ship. But the cat said it was mice or rats. Was it rats? They
One
had
of the two.
squishy faces. Squishy faces rats. Yes. The rats, they are taking things and putting them where they don't belong.
With all respect that is due, Thoggir, I disagree entirely with your assessment of situation. This is not because of natural beings. This is because of creatures of fair realm. You have found no rat droppings. You have found no claw marks. There is no sign of any natural cause.
Is that the cat?
Even you suggest to us that the cat you spoke with said these rats have humanoid faces? Come on, this cannot possibly be
Squishy
rats.
faces! Squishy faces!
No, humanoid faces make sense.
Oh no. Joe. Okay.
I mean, look, I don't want to suggest you don't know how to do the things that you have trained yourself to do for many years. I'm sure you are extremely capable at tracking natural beings. I'm only suggesting perhaps.
Not that well at that. But let's not talk about that now.
I'm only suggesting that perhaps the reason that you are not finding any sign is because there is no natural sign to find.
We also did not find any connection to the Fae.
What connection to Fae were you expecting?
The presence of a being.
Viettervesk, it's relatively common knowledge.
Hmm.
Rangers do have some arcane abilities. And
Okay.
one of their things is traditionally to sense what they are in the presence of. They don't know where they are, but they can usually sense if they are there.
I do not know the gifts that your god gives to you, but this is one that nature gives to me. How I hunt.
If fair enough, friend. Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful of your giftings or abilities, but if nothing else, we can agree that there is no evidence to confirm nor to deny that it may or may not be Fae. Right?
Okay.
Perhaps if the three of us work together. Hold on. We just hit wave. Okay. Perhaps if the three of us work together, we can find some evidence one way or the other.
Thoggir, I'm actually gonna shoot you a reminder for something.
Uh-oh.
The previous night when you were sleeping.
Yeah, I was thinking about the animals turning into people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why when you said the human face part, it's like, oh, yeah. Yep. But, the language to express that better than he has is not present right now.
Absolutely.
It's more like Viettervesk is actually a lot better with his words than Thoggir is presently. The debate aspect is not one he's going to be able to win.
That is definitely correct.
So we will look for evidence, yes?
Yes.
How would you all like to look for evidence?
Well, I don't know. None of us are really equipped to. It is invisible creature.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but my ability just to investigate is not very good either.
Yeah, mine's. I'm not that smart.
Okay.
I'm
Mine's not
built
that good.
around understanding what's going on in the heart and soul of a person, not tracking down Nixies or whatever the hell this is.
In that case, who's giving me the beginning of this Three Stooges montage?
Oh, one thing I could do is I could bless you guys. So at least like you'll get some bonus to your ability scores or ability checks.
Understand.
Put bless in the chat. Let's see how long this lasts.
What do you
Alright.
bless me?
For bless is 1 minute, so
Uh,
it wouldn't
it won't
help for
yeah,
this.
it wouldn't really help. Yeah. Oh, and it's only attack rolls and saving throw. I thought it was also
Yeah.
ability checks, but no.
That's much more guidance.
Never mind. Yeah, and I don't have guidance, unfortunately.
All right. So to start with, maybe look, I can pray for assistance from Stonefather, and if nothing else, I will be able to detect any magical residue that is
What?
on the vessel.
Okay.
The vessel.
What about?
I could also detect magical residues, so we could do that at different quarters of the ship.
This
Yeah, that-
is very good idea.
Good.
My apologies, my good friend Thoggir, but it is difficult for me to understand you right now. Am I the
Out of
only one
character,
having?
No,
difficulty?
you're not.
Yeah, no, that
Out
vocal
of character,
fry.
I think you're. Yeah.
I think you're blowing out your microphone.
Really? Oh, my poor microphone.
I think that just
How does regular voice work?
Regular voices.
regular
golden.
voice
Yeah,
sounds
regular-
okay. Yeah, so
Okay,
I
well,
think
for
it's just,
simplicity purposes, I'm going to explain
okay.
and stop
Yeah.
killing my poor microphones.
Oh.
But
I mean, you know, it's a chat mic.
when I hunt, I bait the trap. What is the bait that our prey has been going for?
Roll a survival check.
Good idea. Yeah, like leave some trinkets out or something. I like this idea of Thoggir.
What they're going for isn't the objects.
Right, they're trying to prank people.
Know
right?
what you don't know what they're trying to sow among the crew, but it's more about the crew, not the objects. And with a 15, I will get that you guys are not like this isn't directly, but this isn't because you are there directly.
It's not targeting us.
Exactly.
Okay. Now that he has determined that there doesn't seem to be rhyme or reason logically in what they are choosing, perhaps we can put heads together and come up with some deep emotional reason why they are picking the things that they are picking. Some insightful bit of knowledge may come to us.
Okay, if it is correct, if Thoggir is correct that they're targeting the crew for whatever reason,
Yep.
we could at least like begin by just interrogating them, see like if there's any reason, if there's something they did.
We
if there's some kind of
we
reason.
don't know them.
To clarify,
interrogate them.
interrogating the people who had things taken.
Yeah, to find out if there's some reason that.
Why would you steal from me if you didn't want it, and then put it in Viettervesk's bag? Why would you do such a thing?
This is question. Yes.
I would do this so that Viettervesk does not trust me.
Right. So they're trying to sow like discord among the crew, right? That's the. I think at least that's
Is
the idea
it
I'm getting.
is
And
it
I'm not that smart.
Discord? Is it Discord, or is it simply for the sake of chaos?
Potentially.
That
could be
can
either.
trigger an insight check.
Okay, we are working together, so can
Help
we have
action,
advantage
100%.
Yeah.
help
Yep,
action?
yep.
Who has
You're
the
helping each other.
highest insight? Who has the highest insight?
I have pretty good insight, I think. Hold on. Maybe not.
One.
Uh,
A one.
oh no, never
One
mind.
good.
I have
Okay.
0.
I have 5, so I will make
how did you
roll
even
advantage.
It's
Yeah, why'd
definitely
you even
zero.
ask?
People have 6. I have seen people with 6. You know, it's possible.
Highest anything I have is a 5. So.
Oh,
I
not
feel-
a great
I feel
roll
better.
anyway. We have a solid 10. I know, very average things.
With the 10, there's so many possibilities, especially if it's Fey. If it's Fey, it could be as simple as boredom. Like,
Yes.
there's so many possibilities.
Right. I mean, I think there is value in possibly doing the sort of questioning that you're asking, but perhaps while we do this, we also we detect magic and we try to track them down.
Alright. Alonzo isn't like, isn't known to use his head, but I think he would think that okay, there must be a reason that they're specifically targeting the crew and not us, right? Even if it's to just
You guys weren't. No, you
out of
guys
boredom.
also got hit.
To be clear, we were, yes, just not,
Everybody except for Poppy got hit.
just
Okay.
not
Didn't you
specifically.
say earlier that they weren't targeting us? It was just
Right.
Remembers, but
But not, he meant not us specifically.
Yes.
yeah.
Like, we were not being singled out.
Yeah, you're not the reason why they're here,
Oh,
or they're not specifically trying to do something around you.
okay.
So
I must have
basically we're
misunderstood.
saying-
So they're
So
not
we don't know a
specifically.
motive.
They're not specifically targeting the crew either.
No,
Yes,
no,
okay,
no. You
so,
know that
alright.
they are specifically targeting the crew.
Well, I mean, they're targeting everyone on the boat.
Except for the captain
And Poppy.
and Poppy.
There is
Poppy?
interesting information.
With that 10 on the insight, you know why Poppy wasn't targeted. She was under a magical effect. If
So
it's
something
Fey,
about-
they would have been able to tell that, and that would have been why.
Okay, can we take a second? So, what we know is that they are targeting the crew. They're not targeting us, or they are targeting us.
You're there,
And the
but you're
crew,
not the
or-
reason why. The reason why it's going on. You're not. You're just being caught in the crossfire.
Right. So they are targeting the crew then.
100%.
So there must be a reason.
Yep.
That they're targeting the crew, and it can't be just boredom, right? If it's
Not
specific-
the captain.
If it's specifically the crew, yeah. It can't just be boredom.
It can't
Otherwise, it would be
be
everybody, right?
boredom. I agree with you. Yes, this
Roll
makes
me a
very good sense.
religion check.
Okay.
Alonso.
My religion is not very good, but
Hey, neither is mine, and I am
11.
If it if it's Fey, and they're lesser Fey, because this would be common knowledge, especially with what you are. Being a paladin, you'd have to start to learn about things from other spaces. This would have slipped in between the more undead teachings. If it's lesser Fey, boredom could completely be it. Because so a Fey more powerful would just say, go here. And if they didn't give them instructions, they would just start messing with stuff if they felt like it. So at least at the bottom, it's possible that boredom is an answer. Like, you can't predict the Fae.
But despite this, it is still important that we have recognized that the only person not under obvious magical effect who was not targeted is Captain.
It's the captain, right?
thought it
So
was
should
me.
we interrogate the captain? Maybe ask him some questions.
How will you know if he is lying?
I can usually tell if someone is not telling truth.
And how
not?
do you do such a thing?
Is skill learned over many, what is word you short-lived fleshy folks use? Millennia, many millennia of interacting with other souls.
Hmm. This is a skill I have not learned.
I am
And
surprised.
So,
I'm skilled at the art of persuasion, so if we could kind of try to prod for information if he's
Also
trying to hide
useful.
something.
Also very useful. And perhaps our good friend here, if you are so inclined, you could assist with a little less gentle persuading.
Yeah.
you want me to hug them?
I want you
In a manner.
I want you to let them know that if they don't help us figure things out, you will hug them.
I can
Big,
do that.
strong bear hug.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Bugbear hug.
yeah.
Haha, you see what I do there. Haha.
Hmm.
Right. I think we have some kind of loose plan, right?
We do. Give me 10, 11 minutes and let me prepare. I think we should keep the magic
Detect
detection.
magic. Yeah. Okay. I'll do this also. I'll ritually cast detect magic.
Yes. Let's sort of have it up all the time while we do this as much as possible.
While you're doing so,
Whoever. No, continue before I say what I was gonna say.
I'd like to try to make myself less noticeable and stealth myself away so I can try to keep an eye on activity and less on being around.
Okay, in that case, Thoggir, roll me perception. Both of our detect magic individuals, roll me Arcana.
And it's not my forte.
Not mine either.
But I got a 15.
And I got 14.
The 15 just hits it. Thoggir, again, you are looking around. You're not seeing anything shifty at all. Like, you're keeping hidden and you're not seeing things out of place. Like, the crew
My intention
might
is to
be
try to tail the rest of my...
slightly bothered, but like it's the equivalent of like the lightest amount of jabbing between like best friends.
Right. Jocular fun.
Exactly. Viettervesk, you don't find any magical residue.
In our immediate vicinity.
Even walking around. Detect magic lasts some time.
About 10
Yeah, like
minutes.
10 minutes.
And with 10 minutes, you can easily cover the ship.
Okay. Good to know.
Alonzo, you do. It's not heavy. It's not a lot. There's a couple faint spots where the air is like slightly magical. Like
Would
just
I know the
a
school of magic?
tinge. There's not even enough left to know the school.
Okay. When I spot that, because I figured we kind of split and like cover the ship and then
Yep.
come back. So when we come back, I relay that to Viettervesk and Thoggir. Unless Thoggir is still stealthy, I don't know.
Thoggir, roll stealth.
If I could see Thoggir, I'll tell him also. Otherwise, I'll
Thoggir is a ghost.
Yes, okay.
Are you able to determine what sort of magic it is?
Unfortunately, it was too faint. It's like just very slight, almost like it's been dissipated. I don't know, but it's
The best way to describe it is literally like a toot of magic, just a
like, yeah, just a little. puff of magic, and not enough for me to determine what kind. Usually, I can determine what kind with this. You know, but that does not seem to be the case here. I'm not sure what to make of that, but that is what I saw, and I kind of point out where I saw it also.
Yeah, like the spots are just random placements. It doesn't seem like it's organized.
Right, well, I suppose we have no other choice but to question Captain. And where is Thoggir?
I know. I kind of looked at it. I was going to ask the same thing. I mean, he was here a while ago.
Thoggir! I wonder if the Fae have taken him and put him somewhere else.
It's true.
I doubt that. I mean, he's a massive man.
Very quiet.
Out of nowhere, you guys just hear that voice and see him.
Where are you? Oh,
What?
were you in Feywild?
I am the knight.
That was wonderful.
Welcome back from Realm of Night.
Shadowfell, I guess.
Shadowfell. You were not in
Oh.
Shadowfell.
Oh, I thought you could tell when people were lying.
Oh, that's
Oh.
good.
You got me. You got me.
Anyway, let's all go and talk to this captain. See what kind of information we can extract from him.
Agreed.
I think we're going to the captain.
We are going to Captain.
Going to the captain.
Hell yeah, you go to the captain's quarters. The captain is currently right at the wheel. And he's like, good to see you. How are you doing? Have you found any of your things that, if they were misplaced?
Well, we've been going around trying to gather some information, and we were wondering if you had a moment to talk, like answer some questions, maybe.
Of course, under the sun, on the sea, it's the best place for stories and discussion.
Well, one thing we found is that there's a slightly odd pattern here, in that it seems that whoever is doing this, or whoever's is doing this to essentially everyone on the boat except you. Do you have any thoughts on why this could be?
Doesn't make any sense, but it also makes it less likely that it's the crew.
Exactly.
If it was the crew, I'd be the first one fucked with.
I agree.
Is there any sort of protection that you may have that crew does not from interference by such creatures?
I don't suppose being the captain gives me protection just because I own the boat. But if not, it's just a boat.
I think Viettervesk means more like arcane type protection.
Oh god, no! I don't trust magic. Not on my boat.
And have you ever seen such similar types of object movements in past on voyage?
Absolutely not.
You ever had any bad run-ins with anyone or recently?
Strange women,
Yeah,
men, children, dogs, horses.
I'm the son of a pirate, so growing up I had many encounters with strange women.
But nothing recent.
I don't know if she was too strange, but I did share a bed with someone before we set sail.
I asked who? Anyone on this boat?
Oh, absolutely not. I wouldn't sleep with any of these ugly bastards.
Do you find it easier to sleep if you are in cramped up space with other person?
If you're not trying to sleep, then yes.
What is three? Oh, I understand. Okay.
Who was
Does
this
he
woman?
appear to be telling us truth?
Roll insight.
Across all conversation, I ask
Absolutely.
this question.
Absolutely.
And
Is there any way I could give a help action to that?
Of course.
Okay.
okay,
Give
I
you a help
certainly am asking Stonefather to bless this particular conversation as we walk up. So
Hell yeah.
I will take D4 if that is okay.
That is not a problem.
Okay, so
From help
advantage on roll.
15
Okay.
plus
It's 15 plus 2.
17.
17. This guy's being completely honest. He's, from what you can tell, there is zero deception from what he's saying.
Who's
I
the
asked,
newest crew member?
Newest crew member. Probably Darian.
How long has he been with you?
A year.
oh, that's
Once you find a good crew, you don't let them go.
right. I understand that.
I cannot think that there is anything this person from a year's past would have sudden impact in this way.
No.
Neither
But-
can I, but if anything,
Is there any cargo that you are taking on that is in any way unusual?
no, just moving food.
What kind of food?
Variety of grains, fish, things shipped in, bring them to the Oaken Arch.
About this woman that you bedded before recently,
Yes.
did you insult her in any way?
Not that I remember, but I was also very drunk. And so is she, but
I have no other ideas here.
I might recommend when it comes time for dinner, we can spread the drinks around because it is the day before we land, and maybe people can something might come from men telling stories.
I mean, it's as good an idea as any, I suppose.
Could you have insulted in some way this woman who's shared your bed and she has cursed you?
Hasn't happened, but
He-
I suppose it's technically possible. Hold on.
He said
You
he
think it's
doesn't
these
remember.
fairy creatures, right?
Yeah.
That is best guess.
Well, I don't know about fairy creatures. Tell me about them, and then I'll let you know if I could have insulted her.
Well, they tend
Whoosh.
to be very fickle and have very strong emotion.
Was she elven?
Appeared to be.
What color was her hair?
Her hair was a bright red, just like the sun. When it shines, when it's going to fall.
Can I make an Arcana check to
Absolutely.
favorite enemy for elves? I'm thinking like red-headed
Eladrin?
elves. Yeah, Eladrin.
Yep. 15.
Oh, there's a lot of red-headed elves though.
15. Eladrin doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Eladrin would have been far more noticeable. However, it is possible that it was a fey creature that was visiting the mortal plane, because that does happen far more than people would ever expect.
Did it have a name?
Not that I can remember. It was long and had a whole bunch of the different symbols and whatever they are.
If I asked you to draw one, could you?
Yes, this would be very helpful.
It's the equivalent of like drawing a name from a very tribal country.
Yes, I speak Sylvan.
He doesn't
Draconic
understand
and
Sylvan
Dwarvish.
whatsoever. Yeah, he writes in common. This guy has common and dwarvish.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's not symbology out of any of those languages.
You see the name? Roll me a religion check, but you have advantage.
Can we all roll this?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
With advantage? everyone?
Yes.
Or-
You guys are working together. I'll give advantage on these rolls.
Save me, senpai.
Okay. That is a very likely theory that it was some sort of fey creature. And if he was drunk, there's a high likelihood that she was disappointed.
I don't understand why she would be disappointed, particularly because of him drinking, because this whole thing of different types of people making children together makes no sense.
So
to
what
me.
happens is Viettervesk says that, and then Alonzo is going to piggyback off of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I am sort of speaking out loud. You are drunk. I don't understand why that would upset this woman, but
I whisper into Viettervesk's ear, like kind of explaining why that could happen.
Yep.
I have been told of an affliction that befalls mortals in the times of great drinking, referred to as liquordico.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you all are very strange creatures.
You cute devils and dust.
Compared to Stoneborne, they're odd.
It's very strange. But okay, so it's possible you offend this woman, and she is letting you know of her dissatisfaction in a particularly fey manner.
Well, I don't know how to solve it, then. I don't think going back and trying again would work, because I'd have to get drunk again.
What?
So drinking is required for this sort of interaction?
Press for some people.
Oh.
Viettervesk, make an insight check.
Okay.
Oh no, I relented.
Not great.
That's enough. That's enough. This guy's an open book. This is the type of individual who doesn't make connections with people very often, and he goes out of his way to avoid it.
Okay.
So his drinking is probably a means to not remember enough to have an established connection.
Sure. But, this entire process of procreation is very confusing to me, so...
Yeah. And it could also be that if you... Yeah, I mean, if it is the case that the captain doesn't... isn't good with connecting with people, it could be that, he bedded this fake creature, left without saying goodbye.
Yeah, he's effectively married to his ship.
Could be very insulting to that woman.
Perhaps if... I don't know. How
In
much
my experience.
knowledge do you two have about the Feywild in general?
Oh, how much knowledge would I have?
Roll religion or history, your call.
History, because I'm actually proficient in that. Oh, I didn't mean to roll with advantage. You could take the 7,
Yep.
yes.
Yes. You've heard of it. Like, the most you've heard of it is that, like, some of the more higher end illicit substances that get brought into, like, the nice houses for the housewives to make their lives a little bit less boring, come from the Feywild.
Says, all I know is that it's a place where illicit substance come from, at least in the upper echelon of society.
I understand, but I don't know how helpful this is. Thoggir,
No.
you mentioned that you speak the language of the Fae.
Yes.
Can you, I don't know, can you think of anything that we might be able to use as a appeasement or even deterrent?
I
We'll think of a way to get their attention.
I mean,
Perhaps
I
the
have...
captain should maybe apologize to this fake creature.
Perhaps, or we must satiate the thing the fake creature desired.
But she is a day and a half traveled that direction.
If
But
she
she-
was, wouldn't items stop disappearing?
You're looking at insight, I would say.
Sure, don't worry about it.
Yeah, like worth a shot. You don't know.
Yep, and that's I have scented oil. I can make myself smell nice. I'll bathe with some soap first. I'll drape a holy symbol across myself and wear only a tie-up gown. And perhaps I can draw the attention of this creature and communicate with it. I will.
I observed Thoggir like kind of clumsily trying to make himself look good, and I kind of help him because I'm very
Oh, it's
adept
not.
at doing that.
It's not clumsy. I have fine scissors
you do?
and
Oh, okay.
soap and all this nonsense.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
he's got the stuff for it. Like he knows
Okay.
how to prepare himself.
Okay.
He has a custom tool proficiency, in fact, with a custom tool
Nice.
for it.
Nice.
yes,
Never
I
mind. then.
I like to be a dapper bugbear.
And
Nice.
and you will be.
And-
The crew looks at you and like, cleans up.
Yes, but my blood is not for any of you. There is but one whom I seek.
There will be much ribbing back whenever you say that.
I said but one, not one but. Stop laughing at me.
Yes. Anything else before the before the sun sets?
Nope, that's the best I got.
I'm not convinced that this is going to work.
Me either.
Are there... does Viettervesk know of any sort of common remedies for fairy influence? You know, things like among the Irish, they say if you leave milk out, then pixies won't bother you, that sort of thing.
Roll a history check.
Okay.
You need cold iron. That's how you piss off a fae.
Well, not wanting to take it
So,
to that place.
You would get that piece of information. A lot of Fey iron bad,
Right.
but a lot of the charm effects. One of the things is be an elf,
Okay.
but additionally, a lot of like, even if they're lesser, a lot of it talks about riddles and negotiation. Like even if a Fey is big, and what you collect is even if a Fey is evil, they're usually willing to hear out conversation.
All right. All right.
Do you relay this information to us?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
In that case, so they like riddles, huh?
Some of them is riddles, like it's
They like to prove they are smarter than you are.
the best way I can describe it. Dealing with the Fae is like walking on a room of trick tiles and traps but built by someone who doesn't know how to make traps, but somehow they work. So, like, you'll step on something here, but then the ceiling will fall over there. Because.
Understood. Understood.
It's truly chaotic in the fact of the chaos has chaos inside of it. If you can find what they're looking for, you can start to channel it, but getting to that point is usually interesting. Then when you get there, it might change.
But how do we even get their attention is question. Thoggir's attempt is good as any, I suppose.
While putting a drop of scented oil behind each of my ears. Oh, I'll get that attention.
All right, what are the plans for dealing with this phenomenon? What do you set up before the night comes?
Well, I think first thing we should find out is what it wants. You know, or we could kind of pose a riddle to it, or because like if we want to negotiate, we should know what it wants, right? I don't know.
The logical suggestion I have is for everyone to take a piece of cold iron and put it on top of their belongings.
Perhaps. What I will recommend is, before we go to bed, that you read this phrase out loud. And I will, take out some parchment out of my book and... Oh, I didn't take the book. No! I lack anything to write on.
I don't know if I have things for writing, but I will check for you. If you have things that need writing down, we should find a way to make that happen, yes?
Yes, I would like to give you the phrase on how to invite a fae to meet with you.
Right, I have nothing that can be used for writing. Perhaps Captain does.
Well, Penny Lane has a whole bunch of quills. And...
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Penny has got you covered. She has been avoiding really anyone. She's not looking like she's enjoying the ride whatsoever.
Yeah. I could ask Penny for some quill pen if we need it.
She'll give you both paper and quill and just be like, go out.
Yeah. I hurry out and bring it to Viettervesk and Thoggir.
Okay, Thoggir, tell us what we need to do.
I am writing out the phrase. That's going to be how you would say it in Sylvan, and not tell you what it means.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay. So, Thoggir, what are we saying?
In Sylvan, please, I am so bored with these fools. Oh, mighty fae, please make tonight exciting.
I'm not. Viettervesk will repeat it back with horrible accent. It is unintelligible.
Wonderful. That will make you seem even more desirable.
So when Viettervesk repeats it, what it sounds like is pleasure. You are boring. I am mighty field.
Is it correct?
I would lay on a mighty field. Okay. That will do. At least what one of us will get a message across this night.
Okay. Should we tell the crew and captain to do anything in particular? I'm thinking we tell them to put possessions in box with cold iron on top.
We could, but if one of them is disguised as this fey creature, would that not alert them to us knowing?
I suppose. So we just let it happen, whatever happens?
Nobody's gotten hurt yet.
I am concerned of escalation, but okay.
I don't know what that word means.
When things go from not bad to bad.
Are they bad right now?
They are not bad.
Oh no. So they could go bad.
This is what I am saying. I mean,
Well-
look, if they're bored and they did thing yesterday which was, not really giving, there was no result. There was nobody got upset really. Captain was like, "Hey, don't put your stuff in my room."
Well-
Maybe tonight they're like, "Okay, we up ante."
Well, she liked drunk people that were easy before. So perhaps if we get everybody on the boat drunk, and then invite her like this, we could get lucky.
Okay. Does this seem like a good idea to Viettervesk?
That's up to you. There is no
Okay.
role. There is no role
Okay.
to be made.
Okay. I have to admit that my understanding of what attracts one flesh person to another flesh person for this kind of encounter is a
Why don't-
mystery to me, even after all this time, so I'll take your word for it. Sorry, Alonzo, what were you saying?
Why don't we just try? I'm gonna just try shouting a little riddle I know. Maybe they'll be enticed into the air. See what happens.
You
And
get
I
a whole
say-
bunch of sarcastic answers back. But what was your riddle?
The riddle is: I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs at night. What am I? Easy.
None of the answers are correct.
But the Fae doesn't show.
Faye doesn't show.
Okay.
Okay. I will be right back.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of out of ideas.
One of the people in
Out of
chat
character.
had a fantastic idea, but I feel like it's a spoil, like a meta to take it. But they did have a very good idea that we did not say yet.
I love fantastic ideas, but I agree with you on that note.
Yep.
Once we close, before we go off air, we'll know the idea, and then I'll confirm how it would have worked out.
Absolutely. It would be really exciting to tell the person in chat, like, yo, you had it.
Yeah, because if the idea would have worked, that's dope. But yes, so this is me. Final ask: what are people doing to prepare before the night comes?
Seems like we could somehow use the captain as bait, but I don't know how.
What if we get Captain drunk?
I think we get the whole crew drunk. I'm even going to
Oh,
drink,
that's scheduled to happen.
because perhaps even that's a part of this. Maybe you need to be drunk to see her.
Sure.
Should we gather anchor chain and make circle around you with hole that she can come in, and then we can close circle
So
What?
to trap her in with you?
What?
so I could.
Yes, please go ahead.
Alonzo says, "Well, I could hold my liquor, believe it or not. So I could kind of, we could drink, and I could at least try to be conscious enough to kind of.
I am able to drink very large quantities.
Excellent.
I
Okay.
don't know if I can or not, but I'm more than willing to find out.
So, what I'm hearing, the plan is to get everyone drunk,
Yeah.
and then see if you can entice out this fae.
And then after
guess
we're all
so,
plenty
yeah.
drunk, I'm going to try to invite this Fae to show us a good time.
Okay.
Do we want to set trap?
Aren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah,
Isn't
sure.
Isn't that what this is?
This
Isn't this a
this
honeypot?
this is a trap,
No, we
but it's
are
sort of a
bait.
thirst trap.
We
Okay.
are. You Thoggir are bait.
I'm the thirst trap. Oh God.
What is trap for bait to go into?
That's a good question. How can we? How do you know anything about Fays? How can we trap a Fay?
Cold iron.
Cold iron. Okay, so let's
You got-
prepare some cold iron box. Is there any such thing?
A chain.
You
Oh,
you would have to get
Or
one
chain?
specially made.
Oh, okay.
Chains are
How
not
about
typically
chain?
made of cold. Does anyone have a
Okay.
chain on them? Like
Mm.
this boat,
I have manacles.
Has,
are
like-
are my manacles?
Oh.
manacles will be iron.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Manacles.
Thank you, manacles. For
Yeah,
being in my
like
equipment.
because copper doesn't make sense because it's too soft.
Okay, so
Steel's
then
too valuable.
So if you're able to entice this Fey creature, then like as you're being enticed, like just slip those chains in, because I think it'd be best for you to try it because like you'd be the closest to the thing, right?
Sure. I will
Okay,
get close to the thing.
it sounds like we have a solid plan.
Oh, definitely.
I don't
Very
know if
solid.
it's solid at all, but it's a
It's a
plan.
plan.
Yes.
Foolproof plan. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Okay, so the comes, you see the unfortunate crew that has to remain sober. The crew that has to remain sober is running somewhat on a ghost crew because the course is set, the waters are easily sailable. And even them, they're drinking a little bit, but not to the point where it will affect them.
So DM, just a note. I have stout resilience, which means that I have advantage against poison
Hell yeah,
saving throws. So like, I presume that
Totally.
that kind of translates to
totally does.
I could hold my liquor.
Yeah, yep, completely. So everybody needs to make me 2 Constitution saving throws. 2 of our party have advantage on those, unless Thoggir has some sort of racial means or class
no.
means to have advantage.
Hell no. No.
I am immune to poison.
Poor
Oh.
decision making.
Nice.
Yeah, Viettervesk, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Nice.
I just drink and
Alright,
drink.
and then the second
Poisons are
one.
not normally built for my type of body, so.
My second roll was bad.
Okay. So Thoggir, you start to feel it early on, but then your body's sort of natural strength kicks in, and you're good.
I got that second wind.
You got that second wind, and like you're at that just right buzz. Alonzo, you
I'm the
you start strong,
Yeah.
but then some of the dwarves on board start to recommend dwarven whiskey, and you go with it.
Always the dwarven whiskey. I'm-
Everybody roll me perception.
Should it be with
Alonzo,
disadvantage? 'Cause,
Yes.
Like,
You
yeah, I was gonna
you
say.
you are considered poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
hurts.
had a 22.
That
Ooh,
hurts.
I know. It
Leader
hurts,
vest.
but I rolled
Very nice.
both pretty well though.
You did.
They're both good rolls, yes.
Yeah. That does hurt though. Natural.
Moving
Oh,
about.
the map is changing.
It is. Moving around the boat is going to be difficult terrain.
Ruh-roh.
There
I'm seeing
isn't
completely
anything
black
on.
screen.
Yeah, there isn't anything
Okay.
on the map yet,
Okay.
and there won't be because your tokens will be the only ones that matter. The lower
Sure.
ship is the second floor. And with those perception checks, you do see where the problem is. And I'm going to pull them out now. We will roll initiative.
Oh dear.
but it will not be combat right away.
What in the what?
Whoa.
That is not completely accurate. I could not find an image that gets across what I was looking for.
Gotcha. Alright, so gonna roll
Can
initiative.
you describe for us what we see?
Yes. What you see is size small rats. So they're effectively the size of giant rats.
Okay.
However, as described by the cat, their faces are horrible, mashed up amalgamations that look like a squished human face.
Okay.
They have sharp teeth, big noses, their eyes are slightly red. And yeah, they are just rats the size of, or similar scale and size to our gnome friend.
Have any of us ever heard of such creatures before?
Roll me religion or history checks.
History. 18.
Oh. Alonzo, you actually have. Thoggir, did you have advantage?
Definitely not.
Okay, cool. Because that would have also had you getting it as well. You haven't heard of creatures like these specifically. However, you have heard of dog-like creatures that do suffer from such an affliction of having a human face. They are known as Yethounds.
Yeah. I know them. Yeah. I use them. Yeah. Anyway, I tell my companions. These look like some sort of miniature versions of what are called Yethounds. They're fey creatures that usually are accompanied by some more powerful fey creature, but they're like sort of companions to more powerful fey
With that
creatures,
18, I'm also going to give you the reason why you did not track any of them during the day.
Okay.
When the sun comes up, they just return to the ethereal plane along with any sort of evidence they were there.
I relay that to my companions, so that could be the reason.
So they are only here during night.
Yeah,
Yep, I
and that might be
it's the
because
ethereal plane. It's either that or the Feywild.
it's probably the Feywild. Cause
Feywild makes more
Yeah.
sense, but
Nope. They go to the ethereal plane.
maybe that's how they get back and forth. They travel
Oh,
from
yeah.
Fey to
Right.
ethereal
Yeah.
to prime.
So I say that could also explain the little residuals of magic that we saw. But,
Right.
like, it was very faint because it would erase like traces of their.
Right. Yes, this
Yeah.
makes good sense.
Okay.
But what do we do about them?
So
Well,
we are in.
they're usually-
Hold on. We are in
Okay.
initiative. This does not have to be a fight. You are aware that they do have sentience and they do have intelligence. They just
Yeah,
can't
I'm just
speak.
waiting to talk.
So Thoggir, you are up.
And, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm going to spend 30 movement, prepare an action,
Let me change music here.
make sure that is actually a part of Deft Explorer already. It is not. So that's my full movement. But I have reach, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Do you want me to sleight a hand to try to conceal that I'm pulling my axe out and not showing them it?
Yes.
Okay.
You absolutely get to pull the axe out. In fact, it was a bonus action.
And, I'm holding an action to attack one should they, like, move towards any of us in any way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to speak out in Sylvan, because in my mind that makes the most sense.
Mhm.
And say, creatures of the Feywild, please step back. How can we help you? Do you mean us harm?
Roll persuasion. Okay. That will be taken into account.
And that's everything until they, if they come towards us, then I'll strike whichever one moves first.
Got it. Alonzo, you are up next. Just so you
right,
are aware, right here. Come on.
Right where?
Hold on. There we go. Now it popped
Uh-huh.
up. Right there is an entrance into the interior of the ship.
Okay. I'm not. I presume I don't have Hieronymus on me. So,
Hieronymus can be there.
where?
He can be right.
I mean,
with,
he
you
would
can
be on
you-
the upper deck anyway.
You can be
I
on.
imagine.
You can be riding him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just don't need
Okay.
like. Yeah, you don't, if you're riding him, you don't need his token out because he's already on your token.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Then I could move more than 15 feet.
And I'm actually gonna
so-
do something real quick just to horrify people. That is the image that
Oh.
I found.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh.
ugh. I'm not liking that. So I'm definitely not gonna leave Thoggir stranded there alone. So I'm going to move. Since I'm on my pony, I could move. What's pony's movement?
I think it's 40.
It's so.
Or, no, 40 is a
It
draft.
should say your pony's movement on his character sheet.
Yeah.
Do take
I
into
gotta
account
find it.
you do have half movement because it is difficult terrain.
This is difficult terrain.
Yes,
Oh.
it is filled with sailors. Like they're drunk, so they're
Oh,
not
gotcha.
noticing what's going on. If something touches their leg,
Alright.
like they're just assuming it's the person next to them.
All right.
So sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Not a problem.
okay.
So would Thoggir have been able to move that far then? If it was
I'm gonna
difficult
say
terrain?
I'm gonna give it to him because it was forgotten.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be that much
Okay.
of a stickler.
All right. Then I could only move 20 feet, so I guess I'll move as far up as I can towards him so that he's not alone. And I don't speak Sylvan, but I will say in. I don't think they'll know Celestial, so I'll say in common. State your purpose here, creatures. Try
They
to look very
they seem to be conscious of what you were saying. They just
okay.
they look at you and smile.
That's wasn't the reaction I was going for. I will. I guess I will also ready an action. And well, I don't. I wouldn't know if I would have had my shield and everything else. So maybe I will take this turn to
Yeah.
don my shield and get my Betty ready. And I always have my quiver on the side of the horse, so I could do that. So in case I need to do range thing, I'll have that ready. But I guess that'll be my action, donning my shield.
Yep. Yeah, because you're getting everything ready. That'd be your action. Viettervesk.
Okay. Just side note, I have pasted link into Roll20. This is what they look like in my head. Have you seen this picture?
Roll 20. I don't.
In chat for Roll20.
Maybe I haven't been updated yet because I
You
don't see it.
maybe scroll all the way down.
Oh, okay, I see it.
That is surprisingly accurate,
Oh, okay.
and I wish it wasn't.
Oh God.
Viettervesk will move. I can move 20 feet. So to here. And I will say in a very loud, boisterous greeting, "Hello, I am Viettervesk, son of Stonefather. It is pleasure to make acquaintance." And I will prepare to attack if they attack.
When you do that, this specifically, come on. This one will stand on its hind legs and wave at you.
I will smile.
And so does it.
Oh,
That's unsettling.
okay. That is my turn.
Okay. So on their turn, the ones in the bottom, the bottom is not difficult terrain. They're effectively moving around and doing something, but you don't know what. Let's put them there. And I will have to make some checks for them. I'm just gonna roll d20. Actually, no, I'll roll Dex because you won't be able to tell because it's not a specific roll.
Feel that growling sound you got going. Ugh. Very effective.
4 down there. 1, 2, 3, and oh, they are being successful in what they are doing. That is wonderful. The ones up here, this one is going to go up to Viettervesk. They do not need to worry about difficult terrain because they're just whirling in between people's legs. Go here.
Oh, I forgot difficult terrain. I couldn't have traveled that far then.
You are correct. You would be 10 feet back.
Yes, so I would be here.
In that case, let me check their movement.
Okay.
So, while it's difficult terrain, you notice the one that needs to get to Viettervesk, to ignore that, floats about 10 feet off the, goes about 10 feet off the ground and floats towards you.
Okay. I am gripping mace.
They appear to be able to hover.
They are hover rats.
They are hover rats. And when they get to each individual, they offer a handshake.
Do it.
I will shake hand with shield arm.
Okay. How about Alonzo?
I don't trust this thing.
That
I don't think Alonzo would.
Okay.
Maybe he would. Yeah, no, I don't.
So just
Well,
as,
okay, hold.
Hmm?
Okay, yeah, no. No, I was gonna say something, but then I can't because it's not my turn.
speaking is fine. Speaking is fine. If it's brief, you're fine.
No. It's not speaking. I was gonna divine sense it and see it.
Oh
if
yeah,
I
no,
could
no.
tell it something. I'm doing insight though. Maybe?
On your turn.
Okay.
Thoggir. So what happened was everyone moved forward, said some stuff. The rats, some of them hovered to their targets. Some just moved forward, weaving through people's legs. Yours moved forward to you and hovered up to where your arm height would be and offered a handshake. All 3 of these rats offered out handshakes. Viettervesk accepted. Alonzo did not. What do you do?
I'll accept.
You will accept. Okay, in that case, one of them is going to take an action this round. And this is going to be to everybody within 20 feet. So let me do it.
Did I make a mistake? Damn it. Sorry, guys.
You play your character the way your character
This
would
is
act.
getting-
This is never a mistake.
Everybody. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that statement.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Every enemy within 20 feet.
yeah,
can
this is like
hear
a yes hound. Yes hound does this too.
DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Be frightened.
I get I have halfling thing for frightened.
Yep, you do.
I'm brave.
Um,
So, I got advantage on that.
So, the deck is no longer difficult terrain
Oh, I'm afraid.
because all of the sailors jump
away.
off the boat.
Oh no!
Oh no! What?
Viettervesk, you need to get away from
Including-
this guy.
I definitely save.
I'll also make a separate roll for the captain.
Yes.
Captain,
No.
the captain is going to run up here.
Okay.
Hold on. Captain's going to run up here and hide.
All I did was go to the bathroom. What happened?
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Alonzo, you are good. Thoggir, you are good. Viettervesk, you are under the effect of this this spell. You are frightened until the end of this animal's next turn. At the start of your turn, you must you must on your turn use all of your actions to get away.
It says all of my movement,
Thank you for the clarification.
just to be sure we are on the same page.
Nope. We are on the same page. Thank you for the clarification.
Okay.
So you don't have to dash.
No.
I don't
Thoggir, you
have
are
to
up.
dash.
So you felt what caused that. This one that didn't get its hand shaked just cried. A horrible, moaning, sad sound that once it came out, all of the sailors were like, nope.
Gonna bellow out in Sylvan again. Please, no, we mean you no harm. He is a fool, forgive him. And, he'll prostrate himself.
Make an
Oh,
insight check. You're getting somewhere with the honesty, but you're not reaching the right points. The reasoning's correct, but you're not getting the trigger.
I don't want to let go of this thing's hand and make it scream at me, so...
I will let you know, if you try to let go, you will be able to feel if it's still holding on. And if it's still holding on, you could stop the process of unletting go.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, you can let go. It doesn't stop you. It seems happy that it got the handshake.
I'm going to 5, 10. If I can like physically put myself between the two of them and try to shake the creature's hand, I will.
You have an action, correct?
I do. I could shove him.
Roll persuasion. If you want to try and shake the hand, roll persuasion.
That I will do. Oh well.
It looks at you. This one's already been offended.
Yep. I don't want her.
Anything else on your turn?
Okay, I want to say punch Alonzo, but I also don't.
Make the call.
Hey buddy, I like you a lot, enough that you're about to take 1 damage. I'll just roll this, even though it's not.
Just roll. What is Alonzo's armor class?
18.
You hit the armor.
Flying.
And that's my turn.
Alonzo, you're up.
Wait, so you swung at me for something?
Yes.
So I ran up while screaming in a language you don't understand, tried to shake the monster's hand, it didn't accept it, and then I swung at you. With bare hands.
He also did say that he likes you a lot, but you're gonna have to take a hit.
Okay. I am going to... First thing I think I'm going to do is... think I want to cast heroism on Thoggir.
Okay.
So I know be brave, my friend, and I put a hand on his shoulder, and you are immune to being frightened.
Beautiful.
I said no
gain
bad
temporary
touch.
and gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier.
I
the
still have
start
7 though.
of each of its turn.
I believe the 7 would have passed from this. No, because it's
Oh, fair
until
enough.
used.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
because
Just saying until it gets knocked away. So like,
Yep.
it doesn't. I think it stays until
Yeah, so it doesn't stack, so you keep the 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Temporary hit points don't stack.
Nope.
nah.
Even if it's from
They
different
would
spells?
replace if it was a bigger value, but otherwise it just stays whatever.
It probably won't be vigor value because my spellcasting modifier would be a 5. That's my spell attack bonus, right?
Nope. No. So your spellcasting modifier is, for you, it would be charisma because you're a paladin.
3 then. So my proficiency doesn't.
It should
Nope.
be, yes,
No.
it should,
Yeah, your
it
perfect
should be
mistake was
on
the
your, if you look at spells, it should say spell attack plus,
Yeah, so this is the spellcasting ability modifier.
then that would be the number next to it.
So the number is the 3.
No. So my spell attack bonus is 5.
Yes, but this isn't your spell attack bonus. This is your
just
Okay.
the ability
applicable
modifier. So it's based off just off charisma.
Okay, then 3.
Yep. Yeah. Still the fear.
Yes.
Anything else on your turn?
And that's at the and you gain that temporary hit point at the start of each of your turn.
Oh, okay, so
Nah,
if
So
they
you
knock
get
could
plus
be
3
seven
away,
for
every
you.
round. So when
Yeah,
you
that's
get
nice.
when you lose your
Hell yeah.
thing, then you could start gaining that.
Hell
okay.
yeah.
very nice.
And that would be my action. I don't know if I have any bonus action. Let me see. So
More
I
movement.
Well, no. It's good that you're next to me because I'm more effective that way. So stay next to me. I don't think I have any bonus action. So yeah, I think that's my turn. I'm gonna stay where I am, near
Okay.
Thoggir.
Viettervesk, you are up. You can move to either up here.
Not seeing where you are clicking.
Come on. For some reason, it's not until... There we go.
Okay.
Or
Right.
or you can move down here on this section of the ship. Either is similar direction.
Where is second location?
So if you go a little bit lower, you'll see a second model of the ship.
Oh, okay, down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can either
Okay.
go up the stairs or down the stairs.
Okay, I have to move before I act, but is it fair to say he is aware of what is going on around him at least?
Yes. You are just specifically scared of the one in front of the 2.
So I saw everyone abandon ship or run away,
Yep.
which means I know no one is at tiller.
No one is what?
No one is guiding ship. No one is
There is someone
controlling-
guiding the ship. The person guiding the ship wouldn't have been in range of the effect. It was just anyone within 20 feet.
Okay. Well, then I will look at... Can I speak before I run? Can I take free
course.
action to speak? I will look at the little one in front of me who I'm shaking hands with and say, "Your friend is very scary. Tell him to stop." And I will run.
Okay.
15, 20 will put me just inside downstairs.
As you go to run, I need you to make a grapple.
Opposed grapple?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is athletics then.
That I did not mean to click that again. It attempts to grab onto your onto your arm to kind of hitch a ride,
Okay.
and it does not
Oh.
succeed.
It wants ride?
Yeah.
Oh, I will let it come with me. It is
Oh.
nice.
Wonderful, yeah. So, in that case, I'm going to say that you can still get to there.
Okay.
'Cause
And I'm
it's
still
holding
saying,
its
tell
weight.
your friend to stop being so scary. We're trying to be nice here.
Yep. It's just looking at you and nodding with its big old smile.
Okay.
Make a
so
perception
now...
check when you get down here.
Okay.
Because you can see into the bunk area.
16.
So, these, see, again, there's 4 more down here. And they are locking all the doors. They
They're
seem to have
locking
taken the keys for
doors.
the keys for the doors on the ship. And they are locking all the doors.
They
Okay.
hijacked the ship.
Are they... Where is Poppy's room?
Poppy's room is down here. It's within this space.
Okay. Then I will use remaining movement, my action,
Yep.
to move another 20 feet toward the rest of them and say, Greetings, I'm Viettervesk, son of Stonefather. Please leave that room alone, my friend is there.
Roll persuasion. It will be a disadvantage because, actually, you know what? No. Give it neutral. They will look at you. They will nod. They had already locked it. They will do that slow sort of thing when you get caught with, like, your hand somewhere. And just go... and hand the key off to a different rat.
Okay, did they unlock room? Is that what happened?
They unlocked the one room
The room I said to leave alone.
to leave alone, but then they
Okay.
quietly tried to act like a child handing off evidence.
Right. Got you. Okay. Is my hanger on still hanging on?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, friend.
That is my turn.
Okay, down in this space, you notice a couple of them are bringing out as much as they can. Let's see, their strength is surprisingly high for their size. This will be 2 rolls. Oh, hell yeah, being successful. Being not so successful. One of them just has like one of the kegs on its back
Oh, it's like that rat from
as
Ratatouille.
it's moving, and the other one is barely rolling one of the kegs. It looks like they're trying to get the alcohol upstairs.
Okay.
The other 2 are going around locking doors.
Okay. I
Planning
assume
something.
I have used my 6 seconds
Yes.
of time. I can't continue dialogue. Okay.
That is correct. Thoggir, you are up. Viettervesk ran downstairs. The rat went with him.
What did the rats do?
This
just
rat would
carry
have
the
gone here. The ones upstairs. This one is just interested in Thoggir. He's seeing what's going on. The other one looks at you and offers a handshake.
Oh man, I really don't trust these things.
Do
don't think a lot
do
of
note
them
that it is the other hand this time.
Other hand.
Yes. Apparently this rat you were dealing with was left-handed, because it offered its left hand first. Now it's offering its right.
Okay. It's. I think Alonzo has already kind of seen like. I think in his mind, it would be he would think that the nature of these creatures and the fact that he knows like what Yes Hound is, I don't think he would shake it.
Okay. You refuse,
Because
and
yeah.
it is going to attempt to bite you.
Bite me? Okay.
16 does not hit.
Yeah, that fails.
And now, after failing the bite, you notice it frowns and attempts to float over here.
Can I get a opportunity attack?
If you want to.
should I attack it? I don't know.
You should do what
What you
Alonzo would do.
Yeah, I think he would, because like at this point, I think he believes. This feels like it's like a mistake, but I think Alonzo would do it. Yeah.
That's
okay.
the answer I expect a lot of paladins to give.
All right.
Yeah.
Make
right.
your attack.
Yeah. Okay. This is definitely not a good idea. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to roll advantage.
If
That's
you
perfectly fine.
always-
It's a 23.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
All right. That's a 7 piercing.
Okay.
Get poked.
Hold on. That is 12, 18 plus. You attack it. You stab into it. It doesn't go as far. It goes about here. Then it turns around and looks at you and just goes like a sad puppy.
No. Now I feel bad. Oh god.
Alonzo,
One's
you are
always
up.
having a story arc in this episode.
I know.
It tried to shake my hand, and I wouldn't, so it bit me. And then I stabbed it with a sword.
And then it looked sad.
Alonzo, what are you doing? It's your turn. Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. I thought he'd enjoy it.
Well, I don't want to leave Thoggir side, so I'm
Actually,
gonna
hold
just
on.
move.
No, you stabbed it. It went in, but the wound instantly healed.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it might maybe because it's not a magical weapon or something.
Actually, question, because I know that someone did ask. Were you the one who asked to silver your weapon?
Me? No.
Okay.
That wasn't me.
No, that was me.
Cool. In that case, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I almost positive that's it's. All right, when I see that, I was like, oh, great, this is not good. But I want to be near Thoggir as a protective shield here. So I'm gonna just move just between Thoggir and this thing. And oh man, I burnt my reaction too, huh? Okay. never
No,
mind.
you have it back. You have it back.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because this is a new round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like once your turn passes, you have your reaction back.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that this is a new round. Okay. Well, in that case, I might just do. Oh no, I can't do that.
Oh, Viettervesk, you're no longer scared.
Oh, it only lasts one round?
Yep, lasts till the end of their turn.
Okay.
All right. Before I do anything, I think I want to. Does Divine Sense take an action? I guess. Oh yeah, it does.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna just to make sure.
Pop it in the chat.
I mean, I want to know if this is. Well, actually, no. These aren't fiends, so it won't help me.
If you want a divine sense, pop it in the chat. It's your call.
No, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I will attack it, but I will spend a spell slot and do a divine smite, or should I just?
You can totally smite if you wish.
Alright, it's taking a little long.
It's getting close to the close to the point of asking what are you gonna do, but you're not there just yet.
Yeah, sorry. I will do that. I'll do a divine smite. What the hell?
Okay, so do you move within range of it?
on this guy. I mean, it's gotta be melee. So
Oh,
I'll
on
do it
that
on this
guy.
guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I don't trust these things at this point. So yeah, right. Might as well. I started attacking it anyway. 20. Does that hit?
Yeah, 20 hits.
Right. So I guess the short sword might not do any damage, but the divine smite will probably. But I'll roll it anyway. So 5 piercing, that probably doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
the 5 does nothing.
But the divine smite to do
2d8.
2d8. Yep. So radiant damage of 8 points.
Hell yeah. Okay. You hit it with your sword. The divine energy comes through, and it looks at you, and it just gives you like a what the hell kind of look. Viettervesk, you are up.
Okay.
No longer frightened, you now see them wheeling alcohol, looking like they're going up to the deck, and locking rooms.
Okay. What is my understanding of what is behind all of those doors?
It's just sailors' rooms. The sailors
It's
aren't
like
in there.
sleeping quarters.
Yeah, it's the sleeping quarters. No one's in the sleeping quarters right now,
Okay.
but it is the sleeping quarters.
So is there no one down here but me and them?
Yes.
Okay, you said the captain ran and hid. Do I know what direction he went?
Yes. Up here.
Okay, so he's up on the upper deck.
Yep. And at this point in time, the captain is now looking over the ship, going, "What's happening?"
Okay, but I can't see that because I'm down below decks.
100%.
Okay, so can I position myself to get in the way of their access to stairs?
One of the sets, yes.
Are they all going toward one?
No. They're splitting. They're splitting. One to each.
So there's no like hallway that I could bottleneck them in?
No.
No. Okay. Then I will let me see. I have no difficult terrain, yes?
No. Difficult terrain is done with as soon as the mass exodus of sailors happened.
Okay, 5 feet of movement. I will hold my hand out. I am called Viettervesk. It is pleasure to make acquaintance. Can you explain to me what you are doing?
Absolutely. Actually, they're going to take advantage of the fact that they didn't lock Poppy's room.
Okay.
It's going to use its reaction to open the door and point at the window and then point at the alcohol and then then politely close the door after shaking your hand because you introduced yourself.
Oh, okay. Joel believes they're saying they're going to dump alcohol into water.
You don't need to roll an insight check. That is correct.
Viettervesk also can pick up on this. Okay. I will go. Okay. This has anything to do with. And I'm going to talk until you tell me I've used my 6 seconds.
If
so
you say use your action, I'll let you get more conversation.
Sure. This has. I use action. Yes.
Yeah.
This has to do with Captain and someone you know?
Now you're just noticing that their hands are somewhere, their front paws are somewhere between like human hands and rat claws.
Sure.
And this one just goes like this.
Like raccoon paws.
Yes. And it's just like a...
Right. Okay. Can I speak with your friend? Is she here?
Roll me insight. Roll me insight as
Okay.
part of this conversation.
Okay.
They can they can comprehend, but they can't speak.
Okay. Is your friend here? Okay. Is this the last thing you will do? Then you will leave both alone. Okay, I step out of way.
Okay.
I have 15 more feet of movement. Can I make it upstairs to top of stairs?
In fact, you can help them if you want.
No, I won't help,
Good.
but I want to let everybody else know what is happening.
Yeah. You can get onto the stairs just coming out.
Okay, so I will run to top of stairs, and I will shout out, "Hey, just leave them alone, okay?"
Okay.
Tell him, I already kind of.
You say that as you see your friend on a horse with one on each side, but and them looking at him just being real sassy. First bite.
Oh wow. Oh no, that's Viettervesk.
That's Viettervesk. I can see the concern though.
Yeah.
You're lucky that I'm not rolling how I usually roll.
It all balances out eventually.
23 to hit
Yeah.
for 16 points of damage. 6 piercing, 10 psychic. As the one that you hit with the divine energy missed, but the other one came up behind you and like bit like you in the side of the head.
All right.
And I'm not even going to move the tokens for the bottom guys. Working together, they've already locked all their cabins at this point. And you see coming up is rats with faces wheeling barrels of alcohol. They have 3 of them total now. And the captain's looking over and going, "Stop them, please. That's my alcohol. I don't want it gone. Stop them." Thoggir, you are up.
Okay. I am going to walk away from all them. 5, 10, 15, 20,
No
25,
attacks taken.
30. Dash action to get over to the anchor, and then I'm gonna use the interact with a object to toss the anchor over.
Beautiful. Anything else?
Screaming out for the people that went overboard. Screaming out, dropped anchor.
Oh yeah, and they see it, and they're responding in tow. Some of them are starting to climb the ship already, but this will have some help. Alonzo, you are up. One on each side, big old smiles. One just bit into the side of your face.
Let's see.
It hurt your face and your brain.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. Okay. I don't know. Are they? Can I reason with these things? Because like Viettervesk said to leave them be.
Yep.
And I've already.
If you want, you can try.
Okay. I say. I'm sorry. I mean, you did frighten my friend. I was just trying to protect my friend here.
Roll persuasion. Okay.
Nailed it.
So, what you get is not so much a failure. They look at each other. The one that you smited points at the captain and does this.
This?
Yep.
Oh, he must think you're seeing what's happening on camera.
Can I do an insight on that?
Yes, you can.
Because I don't know what it is. I guess Alonzo doesn't either.
Yeah, you're like, you see, point at the captain, do this, and that's it. Take of it what you will.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, avoid looking at chat because I'm pretty sure that someone will pick up on what they're saying. If you guys haven't, if people haven't already.
I don't even have the thing open.
Yep.
So. Well, I still have an action, right?
Yes.
I guess, like, I'm not gonna attack it for now because Viettervesk my allies told me not to, so I'm gonna try to just lay on hands and try to heal myself a little bit.
Yep, you can tell. Yeah. I'm not gonna stop you.
And I have pull of 20, so that's enough to get me right back up to max.
Hell yeah. Viettervesk.
So,
Okay. Which one is injured?
The one closest to the middle, the one over the grate.
Okay. Okay. How hurt does he look?
It has taken 8 damage.
How hurt does it look?
It's definitely a hit, but it's not the end of the world. Like,
Is
it could
like-
probably eat a couple more.
Is it blooded?
Not yet, but close.
Okay. Okay. Then I need to be 60 feet from it. So let me just confirm that I'm close enough. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
You're
30. I
definitely
didn't close enough. Okay. I will point at him and I will say, the Stone Father gives you the blessing of life, and your friends need help with the barrels. And I will cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I know nothing.
Funny enough, a failure was what you were actually looking for.
Healing word is like vitamins to them.
Your lack of knowledge of the arcane means you will not have any information from me about what happens next.
Okay.
Inside your head, you just hear a voice. You are so kind. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And that's it.
Okay. Does the healing appear to work?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's almost
Good.
back at full. It's one shy from full.
Okay, then I will take rest of my. I will take my movement. I haven't moved yet, right? I will take my movement 1, 2, 3 to move out of way.
Okay. Okay. On their turn, they are now 1 turn away from getting the alcohol off the boat. And the 2 that are surrounding, Alonzo, are gonna look at you, repeat the action they just did, but one of them is gonna do this. And then they're going to hold their action for something.
Oh, you know, I'm sorry. Can I, very quickly, can I retcon just a little bit? I just realized that Viettervesk would be concerned about all people who jumped overboard. Can I go to side of ship and look and make sure they're not drowning?
Yes. They're not
Okay.
drowning. They're trained
Okay.
sailors.
Okay, I am here then. Okay, done.
Yeah. Like, even though it's dark,
Good-
they
good
can
call.
see the difference because of the boat.
I totally forgot about that.
So did I until just now.
Someone else remembered, so you're good. The boat's not moving, so
Okay.
you're not leaving anyone behind. It's
So I'm
slowing
sorry
it
to
down.
interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. Please
No, hell
continue.
yeah, you're good. Thoggir, you are good. You're up.
Okay. I don't. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna grapple with the paladin.
Opposed
I
athletics?
can't.
Unless
No, I
you're just
cannot.
going
That
up,
was
going
my
for it.
that was my 30 feet, and I can't cheat distance. I'm dumb. So, I'm just gonna point at the paladin and say, "Stop hurting bear rat," and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Alonzo. If you want, you can make another insight check, but it'll be your action.
Sure, why not? I don't think I want to do anything else here. Unless I have some spell. Nope. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, my insight isn't very good. There you go.
Yeah. Again, no idea what they are implying or asking for.
Yeah, and also me as ill, I don't know what the hell's going on either.
When I tell you,
what?
when I tell you,
Uh-huh.
I look forward to the reaction.
Okay. He's did this and this. I don't know what that means.
Anything else on your turn?
No, I don't think so. Well, I'll move a little closer to Thoggir, just in case.
Their reactions were to bite you if you didn't do what they asked. And you didn't.
I did or didn't?
Did
You
not.
did not.
Okay.
So as he moves away, they try to bite him.
Yes.
That misses.
Even if you're within range, that was their held action.
Okay.
On their turn, they are going to take it into their own hands. It can move. Let's just confirm the distance. 30 feet. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. And the alcohol is poured overboard. Everybody make an insight check now. Because this isn't going to matter in initiative. This is just going to be which side you pick up on. Alonzo is not getting it whatsoever.
Nope. No, I'm clueless. Which is perfect because I'm
So,
His character, right?
Thoggir and
Yeah.
Viettervesk.
It's like a.
You guys saw the motion and they're
Synchronized.
heading towards the captain. And a ship's captain always has a hat. They wanted you to steal his hat and give it to them. Initiative is not going to matter. In fact, getting rid of it. I don't want it. Get out of here. Do you let... So, if you let the captain's hat get taken, he is going to hold a vendetta against you. You personally... or whoever, because he saw you hit them, and then this happened. You either
If
have
we
this cat.
let them take the hat.
Yeah. So if you let them take that, so if you help them get the hat, the captain holds a vendetta. If you help the captain, the Fae holds a vendetta.
That seems much worse to me. I don't like that idea at all.
The Fae's vendetta will not be some, like, I want to kill them and remove them from the world sort of ideal, but it will be the start of what is seen as a friendly rivalry.
So here's my dilemma as a player. I don't know.
So, as players, you guys can talk this out, because this is gonna, like, this isn't gonna be a one and done.
Okay, so my dilemma is that Alonzo, I'm like 90% so sure that Alonzo would help the captain,
Yep.
but I think that's the worst like decision as a player. You know?
Right.
I don't know what to do.
So
Right.
actually, what I am gonna do,
That's a meta moment.
So-
I don't feel like you have to do that.
so everybody can just appreciate the beauty of this. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Mute what?
So he mute himself.
Oh, okay.
So from Viettervesk's perspective, even though he is a deeply sort of lawful individual, and so these creatures taking what doesn't belong to them and destroying it is not necessarily right. He sees what they're doing as exactly the sort of escalation he was worried about, and so sees letting them have this, if since they told him they will be done, although I haven't shared that with you, but since they told him this will be the end of it, that this is sort of a lesser of two evils. Let them have their fun and they will go away, and then maybe we won't end up with a situation tomorrow where they kill someone. That's his perspective.
I think if Viettervesk communicates to Alonzo, he could be convinced for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being given a few moments for these rats to sort of watch us and we'll see what we do, and Viettervesk and Thoggir understand they're asking for Captain's head, he will certainly explain, look, I don't like taking things from people, it's not right, but I told you they would escalate, and look, they escalated. It's going to get worse if we don't appease them.
Okay, so you have a choice here. You can either attempt to do a charisma-based check, persuasion, or intimidation, or deception, one of the three. DC 25, because this is a captain's hat. Or,
Okay.
without rolls, you can knock him unconscious and take his hat. He's not giving it up while he is conscious. Even if he's grappled, he will fight to the point where he passes out.
I mean, I would certainly not go to the physical attack first.
Mm-hmm.
What does everyone else think?
I'm more focused on trying to help the sailors that are trying to climb back on board, get on board.
You don't need to worry about that. They have it covered.
They're
They're trained for this. Like, as soon as one person gets up, he shoots ropes down the side, and they...
Alright. Alonzo will look at his shield,
Yep.
sigh, and see if he could barter. He says he'll see if he could barter to give them his shield in exchange for, like, Captain being able to keep his hat.
Barter.
Roll.
And this hurts. This really hurts him because that's a prized
Roll
possession.
persuasion with advantage.
Viettervesk is standing next to him and will put hand on shoulder and give blessing of stone father as well.
Absolutely.
All right. So I got 23, and then what is Stone Father?
D
One
is
D4.
D4. Is D4.
1d4. So total of 27.
Okay, this is actually going to be a really funny ending scene for this then.
It's a DC 25. Smashed it.
In your head, you hear a feminine voice just say, "Oh, and you come from money, and you are an interesting one. I want to learn more." And before you can respond, you are kissed on the mouth by one of these rats.
One of the rats?
As it
He kind of-
pulls away,
like that.
and then the rats just like, it's almost like they just won like a big game or like a big sports or like a big esports tournament. They'll just go around high-fiving each other. The sailors are real confused when they get back on, and when the sun comes up, they vanish. And we're leaving on that. Before we
Okay, let
say
me,
our goodbyes,
Let me
Excellent.
erase
there
my-
was... You don't need to erase your shield.
Oh.
You keep it. You rolled high enough
Wait,
that you
wait.
keep your shield. The fact that you were willing to give it up
Oh, they
pleased
didn't
the
take
Fae.
it. Okay.
What was the guess at what could be done to figure out what was going on?
They thought that the captain stole an object that was upsetting her, and that we needed to return it.
They are technically right. The captain stole her first time
Oh.
and did not perform.
Yeah.
Well, they called it a small object, and her virginity was not that. I guess her hymen was. No,
Oh, we're gonna cut that conversation there. They were technically
Yeah,
correct. But with
they
that,
win.
that will be the conclusion of today, where we have our three players who are dealing with the sassiest of Fey rats.
Alonzo, you did it.
Yeah, I did it somehow.
I have been
I
Justin.
redeemed myself.
Oh, we're talking still.
I have
Yeah.
been Justin, your GM.
Oh,
Thank you for watching. Hopefully we get to see you again. Come back Syrinscape, everything we're using. If anybody has anything they wish to plug before we go, then we'll just head for the night.
Not at this time. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks everyone for
Take care.
watching.
Join us next week on Twitch.